daughters, sons that go to school there, please make sure you give them a call and a heads up that we have still a tornado warn system moving through Logan County and into Warren County. It does include the very northern corner here of Simpson County as well. But let's go back to the one here in Waverly, just north of Waverly. And
looks like a new radar scan just came in too and maybe tightened up a little bit around Gorman and Forest Hill.
Yep, just to the east of Forest Hill, Gorman and McEwen. So this one here, and you can see on rotation detection, picking up more rotation. So it is starting to tighten up, as Brett just mentioned here. And now I would say this is where we're looking at that rotation in between Forest Hill and Gorman, and is really starting to tighten up a little more. So please, for folks near McEwen, this also does include portions of Dickson County, Ruskin, Tennessee City, Sylvia, Taylor Crossroad. Dickson, this is just outside of downtown Dickson. So we'll zoom out a little more. So I'm covering up Dickson there. So here's Dickson. I would still pay very close attention to this. Brett, if you can, zoom in a little bit in Waverly, or I should say in Humphreys County, and see if we can't name off a couple more street names.
Yeah, so we're going to Humphreys County right here. We're going to zoom in right on this area of rotation. So this is going to be just east of Forest Hill and just north of Gorman, and we're going to zoom way in, get some of these road names for you. So right now it looks like the best area of rotation, if we want to take up weather 2 full screen, Micah, Airport Road, looks like that's where the best area of rotation is. This is going to be Ogden Road, and that's going to be right around the Gorman area. So we're going to zoom in even a little bit tighter for you. So Airport Road is right here. If you can see my cursor on the screen, just north of that, this is Ogden Road up here, and we are in Humphreys County. This is going to be right around the Gorman area. If you're in Gorman, if you're living in Gorman, in Humphreys County, you really need to be in your safe place right now. We do have some pretty good rotation that's picking up right there on the radar. So this is that main storm that we're going to be watching for right now, at least. And like Katie was mentioning earlier too, you know, it doesn't matter really if the wind is spinning or if it's going straight. These severe thunderstorms are going to really be producing some strong winds too. But this is the tornado warning that we have up right now. This is going to be for still parts of Humphreys County on over into Dickson County too. So this is that main area that we're going to be watching. This tornado warning is set to go until 10:45. I saw the National Weather Service too talking about some of the storms just west of Humphreys County starting to bow out, and that could increase the wind threat. This is now 3 weekends in a row where we've had severe weather, and it's kind of been a similar setup each time the way the lines have come in, where we start to get that bowing segment, and I'll show you that here in just a little bit. But that's where those winds can really start to pick up, and then on the north and south side of that bow, we can get some tornadoes that can briefly spawn in that area too. But it's still this tornado warning right here. I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to put it on the reflectivity mode real quick as well. Very heavy rainfall will pop up lightning just really quick too. A good bit of lightning with some of these storms as well. If I put a counter on here, we're looking at about 400 and almost 475 strikes within this general area. So a lot of lightning with these storms too, but it's that tornado warning is why we are on the air right now. And I'm going to take the lightning off just so it's not so cluttered now. But this is, if you can see it, this is going to be right here in northern portions of Humphreys County and portions of Dickson County too, moving in to Dickson County, that tornado warning going until 10:45. So if you're living in any of these places, McEwen, Gorman, Silvertop, that's going to be in Humphreys County. So McEwen, Gorman, Silvertop, you really need to be in your safe place right now. That rotation is actually now looking even better too. So this is going to be what we're looking at right here. I'm going to zoom in. So right where we have these reds and greens button up against each other, that's going to be where that good area of rotation is. This is now just north of Ogden Road, which is just north of Gorman here in Humphreys County. And this is going to be right near Dry Hollow Road too. And I'm going to zoom in even tighter to see if we can get some of these other names popping up. And Hooper Road, it's going to be right here too, Brown Mill Road in Humphreys County. If you're familiar with any of these road names, you really need to be in your safe place right now, because that is where that good area of rotation is. This storm is still moving off to the east. We'll see if I can see how fast this moving, 45, 50 miles an hour. So we'll put a quick storm track. Thanks, Katie. Quick storm track onto this storm. We'll draw it out from that center area of rotation. So about 45, 50 miles an hour. Van Leer, 21 minutes from you. Charlotte, 27 minutes from you, if that holds together. So just go ahead and stay in your safe place.
Boy, that's not looking good.
I know, that it just gets tighter, it seems like, with every radar scan. So this is definitely going to be the area that we're going to continue to monitor for at least the next 40 minutes or so. This tornado warning is still set to go until 10:45 if it holds together. And right now, the rotation signature on the radar right here where I'm circling with my mouse cursor, pretty good rotation. So I'm on the Hopkinsville radar side still. These greens are going to be the winds that are going up towards that Hopkinsville radar site. The winds, the red colors, the winds that are going to be going away from that. So it's this area right here still north of Gorman in Humphreys County where we have that good area of rotation where if we have a tornado, that is where that tornado would be. I believe this warning was also issued because of radar indicated rotation, but like we've been saying all night and like we always say, you have to treat these like there is a tornado on the ground because there very well could be. Kelly, I think you have a little bit of information over there.
That's right, guys. I've been watching power outages across the region as this storm system moves through. I could tell you, really, they're concentrated in Stewart County right now. We just had that tornado warning move through that area. There were 326 just a couple minutes ago. It just updated. There's now 344, so it's getting a little bit worse in that area. We see 112 now in Montgomery County. That just popped up as well on our radar there. That is Cumberland Electric. Also following any type of flight delays at BNA. I can tell you everything is on schedule for now. Crisscrossing back to Outages, did not see anything in Bowling Green or the Russellville area of Kentucky. Let's move now to Dickson County and a traffic camera here. And you could see here 840 and I-440. We've got some lightning there that you can see very clearly. This area is in the thick of it right now, and we ask everyone to stay safe and get in your safe place. I'm going to send it over to Katie as we continue to look at that lightning.
All right, thanks so much, Kelly. And we continue to monitor here the tornado warning in Humphreys County. So this one is definitely looking impressive here still. So cannot stress enough for folks in Humphreys County, Dickson County, Silvertop, Adams Crossroads to Ruskin up toward Van Leer. All need to be taking your safety precautions right now. Rotation detection, this is off of Hopkinsville's radar, but rotation detection is showing some strong areas of rotation north of Gorman. This also lines up with our severe wind where we're tracking those colors that are reds and greens, and that is an indication of where we're looking at rotation as well. So this will be just north of Bradley Road, right around Dry Hollow Road in Humphreys County. So north and east of Forest Hill and Waverly, north of Gorman, headed towards Adams Crossroads, Ruskin, Thompson Crossroads in Dickson County, Silvertop in Humphreys County, and right on the line there of Silvertop may actually be in Houston County. So right on the county line there of Houston County and Humphreys County. So again, this signature is looking fairly strong at this time. So potential that we have a tornado in progress. It's still radar indicated, though. We have not gotten confirmation yet of anything on the ground. One of the ways that we can do that is with our debris tracker. And I'm not seeing anything from Hopkinsville. Let's go on over to the Nashville radar. Not seeing anything here yet either. And again, relatively rural areas would likely be picking up tree leaves or new leaves that may be growing still, since we're still in the very early stages of spring. But this also does have a decent inflow. So right here, this would be where wind is being fed into the storm to help keep it quite strong and to help keep it rotate. So very heavy rain near Silvertop, if not maybe some small hail. This again is going to be east of Highway 13 now. Best area of rotation continues to be north of Gorman. Our radar is actually picking up on, this is a severe arrow here. This is a severe, what we call a skit. And that one is indicating high wind. The orange one is where it is indicating rotation.
Hey, Katie, want to interrupt you just really quickly, and then you can get back to that one because it's still out of our viewing area. But Decatur County was just included in a tornado warning too. That main storm is still just to the west of that, outside of Decatur County. But if it holds together, Decatur County could be seeing that too. So just wanted to throw that out there. I'm going to email the newsroom too, just real quick, this new tornado warning that we have.
Thank you, Brett. Yeah, thank you for keeping an eye on the other storms. This is going to be one of those nights, I think, where we're going to be dealing with multiple warnings at once, and we're going to have to be bouncing around. So this is right now a tornado warning for Henderson County near Lexington. And this does include Decatur County. So a heads up for folks in Decatur County. This storm is in Henderson County right now, but is also showing pretty decent signs of rotation coming into Lexington. So just to the west of Lexington. So make sure that you are staying up to date with this storm. We will continue to keep an eye on it as well, and we'll come back to that. We now have the radar confirmation for the storm in Humphreys County. Radar confirmed tornado in progress in Humphreys County. This also includes Dickson County. Again, we've been watching for the debris tracker here. There it is. So you see the lowering right there. That is debris that has been lofted in the air. We have a tornado in progress right now. I need folks in Humphreys County that are to the east of Waverly and just north of Highway 70, Highway 70, north of Bradley Road to Aaron Road, Old Nashville Highway, White Oak Road, near Thompson Crossroads in Dickson County, Adams Crossroads in Dickson County. This is a tornado in progress. So this again is our debris tracker. It is tracking debris that has been lofted into the air. It gives us a look into where we have a tornado on the ground at this time. So again, the tornado box has turned purple, and that tornado box indicates that we have a tornado that has touched down and has done damage and continues to be a very dangerous storm pushing through Humphreys County, Dickson County, and the very southeastern corner of Humphreys County. Anything from what the Weather Service say why they went ahead with that? They just said the TDS that we were talking about, it looks like.
Sorry, honestly, I didn't even hear what you said, Katie.
That's all right.
I've been typing on this other thing.
I'm trying to see about the debris that was on the ground, if Weather Service had any more information, but it looks like they were just confirming what we were looking at. So tornado debris signature, or TDS, in meteorology speak here, is this debris that we're seeing that's right there. So that's a lowering on radar, indicating that we are picking up non-meteorological things. So not rain or hail. This is going to be tree branches, tree leaves, hopefully shingles, or hopefully not shingles or roofing, but that can also be something that it picks up on. So again, this is going to be a tornado warning that is confirmed now by radar near Aaron Road to Shelley Road, or Sheehy Road, White Oak Road, Old Nashville Highway, Thompson's Crossroads, and Adams Crossroads. Ruskin, and these are all locations in Dickson County right next door to Humphreys County, but it is included in the confirmed tornado warning. I'm going to track this here. So this again is we talk about tornado warnings, especially when we have a confirmed tornado warning, a fairly localized area. But I'm going to track this at about 45 miles per hour. And this area of rotation, and that is where the debris signature is, puts this in Van Leer in the next 16 minutes, Charlotte in the next 21 minutes, and still looks fairly strong, even if we'll zoom out. If we zoom out here and look at our reflectivity, you can easily pick it out a little more. At least it's a little easier to pick out. So right back in here, just north of McEwen, and I would say that this will be rain wrapped. You can see that there's a ton of rain, but when we kind of single out where that better rotation is, this is in between Silvertop and McEwen. Best rotation is going to be just north of McEwen, Highway 70, headed towards Adams Crossroads. And as we put up, and there's the latest scan, which doesn't look quite as intense, but still a very dangerous storm. So we have a confirmed tornado warning again. This is for Humphreys County and Dickson County. A tornado has touched the ground and is, if not, is still on the ground. It has done damage. And the reason why we can see that is because of the correlation coefficient, or the CC. Now, if we go back a little bit in time, even just 15 minutes here, it might have just let up a little bit. So the threat is not over by any way means, but hopefully we're seeing this potentially cycle where tornado was on the ground, did some damage, and is now lifted back up, because you can see where that lowering is. And as we go forward in time, so your timestamp at the top of your screen, notice how it has disappeared. So still a very dangerous storm with this confirmed tornado in Humphreys and Dickson County. For folks in Ruskin, Adams Crossroads, Taylor Crossroads, and even Charlotte, outside of the tornado warning, but close enough here, included in the severe thunderstorm warning at this time. Please make sure that you are taking your safety precautions, lowest level of your home, away from windows. Serious storm here that is moving through. And we'll go back here to our radar. What's happening here, this was a little more discreet, but is starting to link up with these other storms pushing in. So it's not able to, when they're discrete, they're able to recycle their own energy. They're able to maintain more time with the severity, and if there's a tornado, could be more of a longer tornado, long track tornado. But when we get into this line situation, all of these storms are having to feed off of the same energy. So it becomes more of a wind threat rather than a tornado threat. But still, this warning here will continue until 10:45. So we have another 45 minutes, or I should say 30 minutes, for the warning here, or until they decide that the tornado is no longer a problem. For folks in Davidson County, Cheatham County, this is one that we want to watch closely, but is still well west of us. So here's Nashville. But this part of the line here will be approaching the Nashville area, I'd say in the next hour, if not maybe a little sooner. Some of the northern part of the county will see this part of the line before we get to this other portion. There's another tornado warning that we do want to keep our eye on as well. This one now includes portions of Hickman County, also includes southern portions of Humphreys County, and southern portions of Dickson County. So we have two separate tornado warnings now.
That's a brand new warning, right?
That is a brand new warning. And here's another one that's the one that we were talking about earlier out of Lexington in Decatur County. So we have two new warnings now, and brand new warning that was just issued for the same counties. So let's take a look here. This is going to be near Hurricane Mills, Bakerville, and Buffalo. And again, this is going to be for southern portions of Humphreys County, northern portions of Hickman County, and southern portions of Dickson County, which includes Dickson. Dickson right on the edge of both of these warnings. So folks in Dickson, I need you in your safe spot right now. So this one here, the southern one, will track this one. And I'm going to say we'll track this portion right here. See if my computer's got a hiccup. Let me try that again. So we'll track this whole polygon and push this out about 50 miles per hour. So burns in the next 30 minutes. This is going to be the southern tornado warning that was just issued. This one will go until 11 o'clock. So we've got two separate tornado warnings. One, the purple box, is the confirmed tornado. I will say does not look quite as put together.
Looks like that debris signature is also gone too,
yeah,
so that's good.
That is good. So we will continue to watch this one here, moving towards Adams Crossroads and Ruskin. Still a dangerous storm, and I need you all in your safe spot. But we're now focused too on this one that is near Hurricane Mills and headed towards Bethpage, even Wills Chapel. We'll be close to this tornado warned area. So right about here is where we're looking at. Bakerville to Hurricane Mills. We'll be passing over Highway 13, this is south of Waverly, and we'll push to the north and to the east here, about 45, 50 miles per hour. So we, again, kind of cancel out all the other noise in the radar. Bakerville and Hurricane Mills. So if we zoom in pretty close here, this is going to be near Bakerville. It's near Bakerville Road at the moment, pushing through Hurricane Mills, Dudley Ferry Road, and also looking at Cedar Grove Road in Humphreys County. So we're looking at Humphreys County here. This is Highway 13, just east of Hurricane Mills. And this one, if I track it from here, puts it near McEwen in the next 24 minutes, and Gorman in the next 18 minutes from now. So this one is looking a little more structured rather than the one that was confirmed. So we've had one confirmed tornado from radar. We did see a lowering in our debris signature, and that tells us that there was a tornado on the ground, did damage, and lofted debris up into the air. And that's what we have out of this storm here as it moves into Ruskin, Thompson's Crossroads, and Adams Crossroads. So we're still seeing rotation here, even though it's not quite as tight as it was. It's still there. It's still evident. So I'm going to circle that right here north of McEwen. So that is the first tornado warning that we are looking at. And if we zoom out, the second tornado warning that we are looking at is going to be near Bakerville and Hurricane Mills, right about there. So those are the two locations that we continue to track here. Both of these tornado warnings include Humphreys County, Hickman County, and Dickson County. So we have two different warnings for the same counties. So that's indicative of a line of thunderstorms here that we're going to be watching over the next few hours. We do have the line if you're in Springfield. That is pushing through downtown Springfield. If we have our Springfield camera, I wouldn't mind taking a look just to see what we've got going on here. This storm is electric as it moves into downtown Springfield. This is severe warned. So in Springfield, Robertson County, we have severe thunderstorm warnings pushing in. This also now includes northern Davidson County, includes Jolton, includes parts of Sumner County. These are all severe thunderstorm warnings that we're talking about. Winds in excess of 60 miles per hour with this line that is moving in here. And again, in the back, if we have our Springfield camera, I'd like to take a look at that one. Okay. So we do continue to monitor these storms here out to our west. And this is where we've got the two warnings that we continue to track. I'm going to take the lightning off because it is easier to see without lightning. The one pink box or the purple box that you see here, that is, again, the confirmed tornado warning that we continue to follow. The area of rotation is starting to push out of Hickman County, or Humphreys County, I should say. And now I would say the main area of concern is going to be near Ruskin, Adams Crossroads, Sylvia, and then even for folks in Charlotte, heads up in Dickson County. There is still rotation with this storm. Below that, just to the south and a little bit to the west, we continue to monitor another tornado warning. This one, Hurricane Mills, Wills Chapel, getting ready to pass over Highway 13 in Humphreys County. This warning does include Dickson County as well, and Hickman County, northern portions of Hickman County. So that is the other cell that we continue to watch as it marches east. And I would say probably looks to be the more healthy one at the moment. So still some pretty decent rotation here, pushing through Hurricane Mills and to the east of that, Wills Chapel, Bold Spring, and Water Valley. These are all smaller communities in Hickman County. So please make sure that you are taking your safety precautions. Hopefully you are in the lowest level of your home, away from windows. As this one is kind of pulsing a little bit, it looks like, Brett.
Yeah, this is still looking like the best area of rotation right here, that one that you've been following down here in parts of southern Humphreys County. That warning is going to go until 11 o'clock, so we still have another 45 minutes or so left on that tornado warning right there. But we're just going to kind of break this tornado warning down again, because this is looking like the best rotation that we have, at least within our viewing area currently. And our radar computer is even putting up this cylinder indicating some pretty good rotation too. So again, this is going to be for parts of Humphreys County until 11 p.m. Best area of rotation is still right around Hurricane Mills and headed towards Wills Chapel. So if you're in Hurricane Mills, you need to be in your safe place right now. The rotation is right there. And then Wills Chapel, it's going to be knocking on your door any minute now. So we're going to need you to be in your safe place too. Wills Chapel, Bold Spring, same goes for you. Again, this is in Humphreys County, and it's moving off to the east. All these storms moving around 50 miles an hour or so. So I'm going to get you some more of these town names a little bit extended further east. So Poplar Grove, Bold Spring, Milltown, Bethpage, all in Humphreys County. You need to go ahead and stay in your safe place, get to your safe place, stay there. We'll give you the all clear when it's time, when that threat has passed over your area. And then also, this tornado warning does go up into parts of Dickson County as well. So if this area of rotation holds together, that's going to be moving up into parts of Dickson County as well. So right here, Hillcrest, you need to be in your safe place too. You still got a little bit of time to get there, but go ahead and just get there so you're there already if this rotation does hold together, because right now it is back over here near Hurricane Mills and Wills Chapel where we're seeing that best area of rotation. We still have this storm too. The best area of rotation on this one is still outside of our viewing area. This is near Lexington, Tennessee. We don't cover that area, but if that rotation holds together, that is going to be headed in towards Decatur County. So northern portions of Decatur County, that's going to include areas like Parsons and Decaturville. You need to go ahead and be in your safe place as well. I'm being told this is a live look on Interstate 40 looking at Burns, and it is dark right there, obviously. Seeing a lot of lightning strikes going on, and that's about the only way we're going to see something on one of these cameras tonight, is with the help of any lightning or any sort of power flashes. But a ton of lightning with that storm right there that's looking towards Burns. So, and that's what a lot of these storms are doing tonight too. Very strong storms, so much lightning with that storm right there that we're watching on that camera. Matter of fact, I'm going to put up our lightning detection real quick too, and you can just see on that kind of top left side of your screen just how much lightning there is going on with a lot of these severe thunderstorms and tornado warning storms. So 860 strike, we'll just zoom out a little bit more. So about 1,000 strikes within this whole area right here with these storms that are around the Tennessee River or so, end up here near the Tennessee and Kentucky state line. So tons of lightning with those, strong winds too. Some of these severe thunderstorm warnings with wind gusts of 60 miles an hour with these. Also quarter-sized hail possible with a couple of these too. But we still have the 3 tornado warnings. That's what we're still on air for right now. We're going to take off this lightning, a little bit cluttered right here, and put it back on the velocity product too to just talk about these better areas of rotation. I'm going to actually change this real quick. I just wanted to check that warning up there, but we're going to drop back down now, and they've actually gone ahead and put a red polygon now on this. No longer any confirmation that tornado is on the ground up here. This is that northernmost warning that's for parts of Dickson and northern portions of Humphreys County, as opposed to that southern area of circulation in southern Humphreys County. But so just still stay in your safe place if you're in the western portions of Dickson County, just in case. That's going to include areas like Ruskin, Sylvia, Hortense, Pond, Van Leer. Go ahead and just stay in your safe place for a little bit longer. We'll tell you when it's all clear to come out of there too. But right now, the best area of rotation is still looking to be down here in southern Humphreys County, right here along Wills Chapel and Bold Spring. So you still need to stay in your safe place right there. This is now pushing just a little bit to the east of Hurricane Mills, but still stay in your safe place for a little bit longer if you're in Hurricane Mills, just to play it very safe right there. But this storm is moving to the east of you now. Now it's Wills Chapel and Bold Spring that are the 2 closest areas within that tornado warning. We'll zoom in to get you some of these road names popping up on this map if I can. We're talking about Wills Road right there. That's going to be in Humphreys County. Bold Springs Road. So Bold Springs Road and Wills Road in Wills Chapel and Bold Springs. Go ahead and stay in your safe place if you're familiar with that area. Water Valley, Milltown, Poplar Grove. All of y'all need to go ahead and stay in your safe place too. This tornado warning is set to go until 11:30. Let's see. I'm going to see if there's any more information coming up on this tornado warning that we have too down here that's a little bit further south.
Oh yeah, I don't see too much more about the one coming out of Humphreys County, but it is still the best signature that we see on radar here, that southern storm. So again, some of the communities that Brett was just calling out. This is north, here's Interstate 40. There's Bucksnort, Long 40, and this is just north of that. Still pretty decent signature for folks in Humphreys County. I also want those in Hickman County and in southern Dickson County to keep a really close eye on this. Included in that tornado warning here, and that is where we also have the confirmed tornado from earlier. So we had two different separate tornado warnings. This might be a new tornado warning, or maybe that's part of the, I'm trying to figure out if that's part of the
I
old
think
warning.
what they did was they took the confirmed portion of that away
Yeah,
when
they
they lost the tornado debris signature.
Right. They're keeping that other tornado warning. That's like the newest one out of the same warning,
Right,
it looks
right.
like, yeah. So there is still some rotation there, just I'd say east of Ruskin, Sylvia, and just south of Adams Crossroad. This is going to be headed towards Charlotte. So for folks in Charlotte, please make sure that you continue to watch that closely. But we do continue to watch also Wills Chapel, Bold Spring, Water Valley, and Poplar Grove, Milltown. These are all spots here where the best rotation is at the moment, moving through Hickman County still. And then the southern tornado warning that we continue to monitor coming out of Lexington and Henderson County. This one will be, it does include portions of Decatur County, I should say. And that one will go until 11 o'clock, but still has yet to reach Decatur County. So we're going to be keeping a close eye on that one. Still, I would say the biggest one that we're concerned with at the moment continues to be east of Hurricane Mills, Wills Chapel, Bold Spring, headed towards Poplar Grove. Kelly is at the anchor desk. She's been monitoring power outages and other reports that we have coming into the newsroom. What do you have for us, Kelly?
Well, the power outages continue to pile up here. The most right now in Stewart County with 466. That has doubled or so in the last couple hours. Montgomery, I'm seeing 120. And in Cheatham County, about 240 people in the dark right now. So we are starting to see those power outages again increasing as this storm makes its way through. As I look at Dickson County, that is starting to really pile up now as well with a couple hundred there. In Hopkinsville in Tennessee. That is a couple hundred in that area. Dickson, not seeing anything at this point. Let's move to what to do when we say get into your safe space. You want to go to the lowest level of your home. The basement is best. Any interior room is okay. Stay away from doors. Stay away from windows. We've got a lot of new people moving into this area. You want to stay awake through this time right now. It's going to be kind of a contentious evening. Try to stay awake and get to the lowest level of your home. I'm going to send it back over to Katie.
All right, thanks so much, Kelly. So we do continue to watch this line here. We've got a couple areas of rotation that we are watching still. The two tornado warnings continue in the same counties, believe it or not, for two separate areas of rotation. And those are these two here that we continue to follow through Hickman County, northern portions of Hickman County, and that's going to be for the southern cells. So for folks in Hickman County and then into southern portions of Dickson County, that is going to be this southern tornado warning that we're following. This one here is pushing more into Dickson County, the northern portions of the county here. So headed towards Charlotte. So let's go up here and take a look. We might have a little bit better rotation pushing toward Sylvia, moving through Sylvia, Taylor Crossroads, Barry, Big Spring, and Charlotte. So that is where we've got a little bit better signature of rotation detection here, pushing through Dickson County. So this again is the northern cell and getting to the edge of the actual tornado warning. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here. Regardless of tornado versus wind, we are all going to be dealing with wind as we head into the evening hours. These are all the severe thunderstorm warning boxes that we continue to track. If you're watching us from Springfield, Greenbrier, Hendersonville, Old Hickory, and even downtown Nashville and surrounding locations, there are severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for northern Davidson County, Robertson County, and Sumner County. These are severe thunderstorm warnings, no active tornado warnings, but we do want to take these warnings seriously, especially since we're starting to see more of this. This little curvature here that's bowing outward is indicating that we could be looking at some pretty high winds along I-65 near Cross Plains to even moving toward Portland and White House. So again, that is a severe thunderstorm warning. These are electric storms, so you can see a lot of lightning here, and I'm starting to hear thunder from our studio. So these storms will be pushing through, and they're going to be quite noisy. As we move a little bit south in the line, you can see that it is starting to move into Jolton in northern Davidson County. This again, all capable of producing high winds, so severe thunderstorm warning here. We move a little bit farther south in the line, and this is where we're running into trouble as far as our tornado warnings go. This one here goes until 10:45, I believe. So we'll continue to watch this one. There is some rotation moving into the Charlotte area, or just west of Charlotte. So we'll watch that one closely. We also have our eye on the southern tornado warning moving through now Hickman County and into Dickson County. So if I go back to our wind product here, this gives us the best look at where we may be looking at rotation within the storm. The radar continues to show where there is circulation. That's the circle that you see here. So the radar is picking up on rotation. Along with that, it is also picking up on the tornado skit as well. So this orange arrow that you see here, I clicked on that, and that's giving us where it is picking up on that rotation. See how it lines up with the circle here. So that is going to be where we are looking at the potential for a tornado, and that is why we have the tornado warning that continues in this location. So we are right on the edge here of Humphreys County into northern Hickman County, and then we'll be moving fairly close to I-40, if not crossing I-40 near Salt Lick pretty soon. So I'm going to track this whole polygon just to give others a heads up here. And these are moving about 45 to 50 miles per hour. Still pretty rural areas, but there are some small communities here that we want to be keeping an eye on as this storm continues to march more into some populated areas. Burns in the next 22 minutes from now. And again, even though we are tracking the more localized area that is potentially producing a tornado, this whole line is going to have winds in excess of 60 miles per hour as it marches through here. Another look at reflectivity. It's definitely becoming more linear, which would indicate more of a wind threat for us. Wow, where is that? That is I-65 near White House. So that is part of the severe line up north. I-65 near White House. Boy, that is intense. So there's a look at the lightning, and I'll circle White House here on the map. So there's White House, and that is the camera that we are looking at with all of the lightning. You can see rain and high wind. Winds will be in excess of 60 miles per hour, if not higher, with this line because there is a little bit of a bowing element that I see here within the severe line that is pushing through I-65 now.
And Katie, it looks like the heaviest rain hadn't even gotten to White House just yet. It's still just a little bit, a few miles back to the west. So that camera could look even more intense here coming up. Yep.
The lightning alone is very impressive. And I think a lot of people, if they're not already in bed, hopefully paying attention to what's going on, definitely hearing it because this line is electric, and I'm even hearing it again from our rooftop. So back here to our tornado warning that we continue to follow. There's still evidence of a rotation here, pushing closer to I-40. So I would say right about here now, and our arrows should update within another scan, possibly another area of rotation here. In Milltown and Poplar Grove, all included in the tornado warning. This will be headed toward I-40 though, so it's very close to the interstate, moving into northern Hickman County and southern Dickson County. So folks in and around Dickson, please, I would go ahead and make sure that you're in your safe spot because there are a lot of these little circles here as well, or these little areas that we're watching that have small areas of rotation. So it's just best, especially with severe thunderstorm warnings in general, you want to be away from windows and more in an interior area of your house with severe thunderstorm warnings. For tornado warnings, most definitely the lowest level of your home, away from windows. But there's going to be a lot of these little spinning areas that we got to watch within the line as it pushes in that continue to be a problem for us here. So 2 areas that we continue to watch that are problematic. I'm wondering, Brett, if they're going to let that northern one
Yeah, I think that
expire.
one, I think that's what it sounds like from what they were saying over there.
Yeah.
They're just going to go ahead and let that expire. They'll just let it go until 10:45, but
Yeah.
I don't really think we're looking at much of a threat with that right now. We are still seeing, though, you were just showing that heavy rain that was north of Nashville up in the White House area. So still seeing some heavy rain, but also very strong winds, too. We were seeing maybe 60 to 70 mile per hour winds up there in Sumner, Robertson County, kind of on the eastern side of Robertson, western side of Sumner County near Interstate 65. So very strong winds with that. And then you can just see all that lightning. I'm going to pop up this real quick. We're looking at, let's see, at least 100 strikes right there with that storm over the past 15 minutes or so. So a lot of lightning with these storms. That camera is just constantly flashing. So lots of lightning, very heavy rain, strong winds with that storm right there. It is not tornado warned, but that storm is severe thunderstorm warned. 60, maybe 70 mile an hour wind gusts as that line kind of starts to bow out a little bit with some of those stronger winds forcing in from behind that main line. I'm going to take the lightning off again now, though, just so we can see things a little bit better. But this is the tornado warning that Katie and I were just talking about, the one that was set to go until 10:45. Really not looking like a threat any longer, so that one will drop off of our maps here at 10:45, so just a few more minutes. However, we still have these couple of tornado warnings that are just to the south and to the southwest of that. This one is the southern storm. Both of these originated in parts of Humphreys County. One was in the northern portion, one was in the southern portion. So now we're on that southern portion of Humphreys County. That storm that was rotating, that is still moving off to the east around 50 miles an hour or so. This area of rotation, I'm going to switch it over to our wind product real quick. Maybe some of the best rotation right here around the Salt Lick area, and then maybe some too around the Milltown area. But this is still moving off to the east. This is going to be for the very far eastern portions now of Humphreys County. So we're going to be watching that. If you're in the far eastern portions of Humphreys County, we're going to zoom in, get you some of these town names. So this is going to be areas to the east of Poplar Grove. You need to be in your safe place, Hillcrest as well. But right here, we may be looking at some more rotation. Right here, I'll try to draw a little blue circle on this where I'm talking about. So right here around the Salt Lick area, Tower Road, Pinewood, you need to go ahead and stay in your safe place as well, because our radar computer is wanting to pop up a little bit of rotation. May have just broadened out a little bit on this most recent radar scan. If you saw the radar move right there, this is the newest radar image from that tornado warned storm, but still can't rule it out. You need to be in your safe place right here along Interstate 40 in the southern portions of Dickson County and northern portions of Hickman County. Stay in your safe place. That tornado warning is set to go until 11 o'clock. We'll give you all clear when it's time for you to get out of your safe place. We're still going to be keeping an eye on, too, just real quick, this storm that is back to the southwest that's going to be entering northern portions of Decatur County. We'll be watching that. Right now, there's that tornado warning that's going to go until 11 o'clock, and we'll be keeping an eye out on that. Kelly?
Reports in of some damage right now. We're going to take you to Robertson County on Circle Drive. We're hearing that a tree has fallen onto a home. Again, very dangerous here. That area was in a thunderstorm warning. So they were not in the tornado warning area, but in the thunderstorm warning area. And still, very bad things can happen. So we want you to be alert, even if you are in a severe thunderstorm warning area. Again, tree on a house in Robertson County as we start to see the damage coming in amid several hundred outages in the Montgomery County area, about 120, and then nearly 500 in Stewart County. I'm going to send it back over to Brett.
All right, let's see here. Let me get my radar pulled back up. We did just have a severe thunderstorm warning that was issued for portions of Davidson County. This is going to be for 60-mile-an-hour winds possible with this storm, along with quarter-sized hail with this storm as well. So we're going to be watching this. We'll put the reflectivity mode. So the heaviest rainfall and possible hail is still back to the west of most of Davidson County. So most of Nashville not seeing rain right now, but just give it a few more minutes, and some of that heavier rain is going to start to move in here into Davidson County. County, it's Nashville, we're going to start to see some of that heavier rain too. That northern warning that started out in Humphreys County, that tornado warning has now expired. It's 10:45. That has dropped off of our map, but we're still looking at this tornado warning down here that's going to be right here along the Dickson County and Hickman County line right here. This tornado warning still going until 11 p.m. This is the reflectivity mode right here. So looking at some very heavy rainfall with this storm, and the rotation tracker, or the storm, this is our velocity mode. So basically the wind's going towards and away from the radar. Still seeing some of this area of rotation. It looks like right now the best area of rotation right here where this where our radar computer is popping up this yellow rotating cylinder. I'll just kind of make this a little bit easier for you to see. So around the Pinewood area, just to the east of Salt Lick, this storm moving off to the east, northeast. So if you're in Pinewood, go ahead and stay in your safe place. And then over here into, let's see, Tidwell, right here along Interstate 40 into the portions of Dickson County, southern portions of Dickson County, northern portions of Hickman County. You need to go ahead and just remain in your safe place for a little bit longer. And like when we talk about the safe place, I know Kelly was just mentioning this too, showing you that graphic, but if you're new to the area, that's going to be the lowest floor of whatever building you're in. Put as many walls between you and the outside of your home or building as you can. Stay away from windows. Get to the lowest floor, most interior room. If you have a bathroom or a closet, most interior room, that's going to be your best bet. If you have a basement, that's going to be good too. Not everybody has a basement, but just get to the lowest floor, most interior room, away from any windows, and that's going to be your best bet on that to help keep you safe. So we still have that tornado warning that's going to go until 11. Back to the southwest of that, around the Tennessee River, 11 p.m. on that tornado warning still. This is going to be starting to move into northern portions of Decatur County. I'll pop back over here in the National Weather Service chat and just see if I have any information coming in on that storm from the Memphis National.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to drop a new warning for Perry County.
So a new warning coming out for Perry County now.
Also saying, too, increasing the wording, they said for 70-mile-per-hour winds in Sumner and Macon. I was actually just looking at that, Brett, up in the Portland area. And let's talk about this real fast here. Just to the, so they just extended the warning here. So this severe thunderstorm warning, increasing concern for winds in excess of 70 miles per hour. This will include Gallatin, moving through Portland right now. And that was the camera that we were looking at on I-65. Where we had that huge gust of wind and a ton of lightning coming in off the camera. So these are some of the communities want to take this seriously like a tornado warning. Winds in excess of 70 miles per hour can do damage. So please make sure you're taking shelter for this severe thunderstorm warning here. And there again are some of the communities: Gallatin in 10 minutes, Westmoreland in 12 minutes, and Hendersonville in the next 5 minutes from now. Pretty serious severe thunderstorm warning coming through. The other new warning that we want to continue to watch is the one coming in out of Decatur County, and National Weather Service said that they are going to include Perry County to the new warning. So I've switched radars just to see if we could get a better view at this one here in Hopkinsville. And boy, that one's looking fairly nasty. Coming through just east of Lexington, and we'll be moving into Decaturville and Parsons. So folks, please make sure in Parsons, Decaturville, all included in the new tornado warning. This is going to be a pretty serious storm moving in. We continue to kind of bounce around some of our cameras now that the storm system is moving into more of Middle Tennessee. This is our camera in Gallatin. So I would say in the next 10-15 minutes, this one is going to be rocking as far as wind, rain, and lightning. So again, no tornado threat at the moment in Gallatin, but some pretty intense winds that could be in excess of 70 miles per hour coming through the Gallatin location in the next 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to switch back over here to this radar. This is the Memphis radar that I'm looking at just for another viewpoint.
Memphis is showing it pretty good on that storm relative velocity, moving into Decatur.
Yep, there it is. So that one it's looking pretty intense here. Here's Parsons, Beacon, Decaturville, and this again is Decatur County. New tornado warning is going to be here for Perry County. This includes Linden and Beardstown, Horner. And this is for the line that is coming in out of West Tennessee. So that same storm that we're watching. So we've got
Looks like they're going to be extending maybe that Dickson warning into Williamson County coming up here shortly as well. So we'll be watching that too.
Yeah, let's go back over to the Nashville radar if we can, and then let's take a look at our, again, rotation detection. There's still evidence of rotation there, and the problem is now we're going to be moving into more populated areas. These tornado warnings, if they drop a new one here for portions of Williamson County, may include southern Cheatham County, depending on how big the warning is, possibly southwestern Davidson County. But close enough where all these locations need to make sure that you're taking a real close look at this and make sure you're headed to your safe spot. So they have not issued one yet, but we'll go ahead and put a track on this one. So again, that would be the area that we're watching south of Hillcrest, probably south of 40 now. And we'll extend this out about 45. I'll even do 50 miles per hour with this line here. So still fairly rural areas, but again, heading more into, and there's a new scan that looks like it's a little bit better. So near Tidwell, East Side, Spencer's Mill, and Hallview Meadows, right up I-40 is where we're looking at this, and been doing this here for a while. And I-40 seems to be the corridor for tornadoes. We see a lot of them that will slide up the interstate here, kind of in this area. Here's Burns included in the tornado warning as well. But that is the area that we're watching at the moment, south of Hillcrest, and coming up right up I-40 near Tidwell, Pomona, and Burns. East Side and White Bluff is just outside of the tornado warning at this time. So we do continue to follow here this area of rotation. And again, I would say the main concern is going to be right along the border between Dickson and Hickman counties. So the area of concern here for Humphreys County, still in the warning, but the threat has passed in Humphreys County, but still technically in that polygon warning. So that is the one that we're watching, and then the southern one now is in Perry County. So this one here is going to be for the storm that is moving more into Dickson County, near Parsons and Decaturville, and that will include Perry County as well. And that is a good lead time on our tornado warning that we have coming in from the Weather Service for this storm here. Brett, from last scan I saw, it did look like the more intense storm as far as the best rotation at the moment.
Are you on that Decatur County storm?
Yes. Yep.
Yes, I'm on the Nashville or the Memphis radar side. And we're still seeing some pretty good rotation on there. If you want to take up weather too, just really quickly, this is right here along the Decatur County line and the Henderson County line. Henderson County is outside of our viewing area. It butts up though right against Decatur County. So right there along the Decatur County and Henderson County line is still where I'm seeing the best area of rotation. This is going to be right here where you see these reds and greens button up against each other. We'll circle this for you just so you can kind of get a good visual of what we're talking about. So this is going to be right here around Dixie Mills, Garrett, Beacon. If you're within that area, you really need to go ahead and be in your safe place, because this area of rotation is pretty much right on top of you right now. So if there is a tornado on the ground with the storm, that is exactly where it's going to be. So just go ahead and stay in your safe place. This is for the very far western portions right here of Decatur County. So Garrett in Decatur County, Beacon, Mount Tabor, Decaturville, Perryville over there, you need to all be in your safe place. This tornado warning is still going to go until 11 o'clock, but that threat may actually stick around with us a little bit longer, and then that's going to eventually, if it holds together, cross over into Perry County. That tornado warning going to go until 11:45. So that is still a pretty good area of rotation, just right there on the far western side of Decatur County. And Katie, I think you got a little bit more information.
Yeah, I wanted to, sorry to interrupt you here, but new tornado warnings just come out. This one is for that cell that we were talking about. Williamson County included in this. It does include Franklin, Leapers Fork. It does include Bellevue in Davidson County here. So it includes southern portions of Davidson County. If we can go back to weather one, please. And we're looking at Cheatham County and portions of Hickman County, Dickson County. So newest warning includes Dickson County, Hickman County, Davidson County, and Williamson County. And that is going to be for that area of rotation that we're looking at still in Hickman, kind of straddling I-40. So that is where we're watching for the area of concern near Bon Aqua. And this will be moving to the east relatively quickly at about 50 miles per hour. In fact, I've go ahead and put a track on this again. And I'm going to give it a little bit more of a conservative track, not as localized here. But this does put it in the Bellevue area, I would say in the next 30 minutes, just under 30 minutes from now. Also includes northern portions of Williamson County. And we'll zoom in a little bit more here. Spencer's Mill toward Newsom, Bellevue, Kingston Springs. So we're getting a little farther out from the warning, or from the actual area of rotation. Kingston Springs not included in the tornado warning, but I would go ahead and just keep a real close eye on this one. But for those that are near Fairview Heights and Fairview in Williamson County, Bon Aqua, Spencer's Mill, Tidwell, these are all going to be locations that are in immediate danger at the moment. This is the area of rotation right here. So Pomona, Burns, Tidwell, East Side. Please make sure you are in your safe shelter now from this storm here, capable of producing a tornado. It's been pulsing a little bit, but the rotation has been consistent. So there's even a new scan now coming in. And we continue to see areas of rotation here around Tidwell and Bon Aqua. And that's why National Weather Service has gone ahead and issued the tornado warning. So here's Nashville for reference. This does include southwestern portions of Davidson County, Bellevue, if you're new to the area but maybe know of Loveless Cafe, and it's included in this warning, and the Bellevue area, and then northern portions, really the whole western side of Williamson County, and does include Franklin and Leapers Fork. So that's going to be a lot of lead time here from where the area of rotation is now. So Spencer's Mill, Bon Aqua Junction, and Davidson again in Williamson County, towards central Williamson County, still have about 30 minutes between now and when this area of cluster of storms moves in. The area of rotation that we continue to monitor is again right along I-40 there, coming in out of Hickman County. But these storms again continue to be electric as they move in. And we're getting several, looks to be even just damaging wind signatures up in Sumner County, Hendersonville to Gallatin, right along the leading edge of the storm. Nashville, downtown Nashville, seeing quite a bit of lightning here. I'll go to our South Nashville camera real fast. And I've been watching this. Every now and then we'll see strikes of lightning from downtown. And then our Metro Center camera here showing just some rain at the moment. So there's some lightning coming through. So at the moment, southwestern Davidson County remains in the tornado warning. Rest of us under severe thunderstorm warnings that should not be taken lightly tonight. These thunderstorm warnings could have winds in excess of 70 miles per hour as we go through the overnight this evening. So it looks like maybe a new severe thunderstorm warning that just came out there. So that goes until 11:45. Now includes Macon, Trousdale, Smith counties, rest of Sumner County, northern portions of Wilson County, and downtown Nashville in that warning as well, or part of the warning, warning here.
Severe thunderstorm warning you were just talking about that includes areas like Gallatin, Hartsville, Lafayette, those areas, 70 mile per hour winds possible with that. So very strong winds.
Okay. And it looks like, did they add, yeah, well, 70 mile per hour winds. I thought they might have added a considerable tag.
There is that on the damage threat, considerable tag for that severe thunderstorm warning.
Yep, so that's the considerable tag just means that this is a level up from a base severe thunderstorm warning. Again, 70 mile per hour winds possible within this northern line that is getting ready to move through Westmoreland, Gallatin, and Hendersonville. Even Nashville looking at 60 mile per hour winds, but this warning here is going to be that considerable tag with winds that could be as high as 70 miles per hour. So we'll continue to watch that as well, because that is not something we want to take lightly. This is our Gallatin camera again. So wind's starting to pick up more there. It's kind of right along the leading edge of that storm in Gallatin. But we also continue to watch here the storm that is pushing through Hickman County. I'm going to take lightning off. Take it back off. Let's see how we're looking here. Still seeing rotation that has moving through Bon Aqua and getting ready to push more into Dickson County, western portions of Williamson County near Fairview along highway. This is Highway 100, and that will continue as we get a little bit closer here.
Katie, it's just these
40.
tornado warnings that we still have up to. So now it's that Perry County. Northern Decatur County was dropped from that tornado warning. So Perry County, it's still that tornado warning right there in Perry County. Also, this one that you've been covering too, this is moving out of southern portions of Dickson County, northern Hickman County as well. This is pushing on over into Williamson County. So this is one of the tornado warnings that we really need to focus on right now. It is the one that does include Williamson County. Franklin is included on the far edge of that tornado warning right now. So if we want to go ahead, and there we go. Thank you, Micah. So these maps right here, this is the wind product too. Let's see. Let me give up. All right, so this tornado warning, actually that radar just updated too. It looks like that rotation on this newest radar scan has tightened up just a little bit as well. So this tornado warning is going to go until 11:45. This is basically right here where Williamson, Dickson, and Hickman County meet, kind of at that area right there. So this is right to the east of Bon Aqua Junction, right near south of Spencer's Mill in Dickson County. So if you're in these areas, you really need to be in your safe place too. It's very close to the far western portions of Williamson County. So forgive me if I mispronounce some of these names, but Darty Estates, Chester Estates, Loriland, Clement Lake Estates, Fernvale, Kingfield, all of these areas in Williamson County. Now, you still need to be in your safe place. That is a radar indicated rotation is what this tornado warning was initially issued for. So the National Weather Service here in Nashville saw enough of a rotation signature popping up there on the radar to go ahead and put that tornado warning on this storm. And this is kind of, this rotation is kind of held together for a little ways now. This storm has been tornado warned for a little bit, but it's right here just outside of Williamson County. So if you're in Williamson County, you still have a little bit of time, but not a whole lot of time, especially for the eastern part. So just go ahead and get to your safe place. Right now, the best area of rotation is still over here on the far eastern edge of Hickman County and Dickson County. And if I said eastern Williamson County, I meant western Williamson County just a minute ago. But it's western Williamson County. That tornado, that best area of rotation should be crossing into that area fairly shortly. I don't want to forget about this tornado warning down here, though. I'm going to change radar.
Still looks pretty good on radar.
So I just popped it over to the Memphis radar, and it looks a little bit better. So yeah. Right here, this is going to be along the Decatur and Perry County line. Right here around Perryville, Utah, and Decaturville. Maybe still go ahead and all just stay in your safe place right now, because this area of rotation is still holding together. That tornado warning is going to include Perry County, and that's going to go until 11:45. Eventually, if that rotation holds together, that'll be moving into areas like Linden and Bethel. So stay in your safe place as well if you are in central portions of Perry County.
Okay, thanks so much, Brad. If you're just joining us again, let's just regroup for a second here. We have numerous severe thunderstorm warnings, including downtown Nashville. We have 2 tornado warnings. That one is for southern Dickson County, Hickman County, northern portions of Hickman County, southern portions, southwestern portions of Davidson County, and much of Williamson County. That is the one tornado warning that we have. The other one we have is in Perry County, and that is going to be this southern storm that we continue to monitor right on the edge of Decatur and Perry counties at this time. So anyone in Linden or other places in Perry County, please make sure you're taking safety precautions now from this storm that is capable of producing a tornado. Signature still looks pretty impressive with this storm. But let's take a look back here at the other tornado warning that we continue to follow as it moves more into Williamson County. So getting ready to move into Williamson County here. The warning goes until 11:45. I will say that it's pulsing a little bit still, so we're starting to see it tighten up, and then it'll kind of relax a little. Camera that you see next to me is in Bellevue, And Bellevue is included in the tornado warning. It's right along the edge of it. So we continue to watch all areas now in southwestern Davidson County and western portions of Williamson County with this storm here that is tightening up a little bit more. Near Craigfield, this is going to be passing 840 shortly. This is right around Tidwell, Fairview Heights. So right here, here's 840. And this is going to be crossing 840, Old Cox Pike, Crowcut Road, Fairview Heights, Chester Estates, Lake Road, and Lone Oak. So this is all portions of Fairview. So this is going to be really close. Okay, I-40 and 840. So again, very electric, just intense storms as far as the electricity goes. And hearing lots of thunder and a lot of rain coming out of these storms. And again, the wind is going to be intense regardless of the localized areas that we're watching for spin-ups for tornadoes. I will say, though, that this rotation continues to look fairly impressive now. I need folks in Fairview to take shelter immediately if you're not already. You should be in your safe spot now. For folks in southwestern parts of Davidson County, Bellevue, go ahead and take shelter for me as well. I'm going to track this again as it gets a little closer here to the Williamson County line, Williamson-Hickman County line. Again, this is going to be approaching 840 pretty soon, and we'll track this out about 45 to 50 miles per hour. So here are some places within the area that we're watching for rotation. Bellevue in the next 19 minutes, Percy Warner Park in 20 minutes from now, Forest Hills in 25 minutes, Belmead in 25 minutes, Brentwood in 27 minutes. Again, tightening up still. So new scan just coming in here. Real serious situation that's starting to develop near Tidwell, Fernvale, pushing more into Williamson County. This is going to be very close to Fairview. So western portions of Williamson County near Fairview. This is going to be approaching Highway 100 in Williamson County as well, and then eventually into southwestern portions of Davidson County. Again, for perspective, the Loveless Cafe is down in this neck of the woods in Davidson County. So there is Highway 100. And this is really tightening up here. Not liking the look at that. So Fairview, for folks in Fairview, Lake Road, Old Cox Pike, Crowcut Road, Deer Ridge Road, Valley Road in Williamson County, Taylor Road, Bedford Creek Road, Horn, what does that look like? Horn Tavern Road. And again, in and around the Fairview area in Williamson County. This is really starting to tighten up. Yep, rotation detection here is fairly strong now in Williamson County. So for folks in Williamson County, I want everyone in the polygon to take shelter. Most immediate is going to be Interstate 840 near Fairview, Fernvale, Kingfield, Fairview. And getting dangerously close to southwestern Davidson County as well. The track that it currently has at the moment continues to take it through much of central Williamson County. Franklin, for folks in and around Franklin, please take your shelters now. And this will eventually approach I-65. So let's see here. Make sure that, if you don't mind, Brett, make sure our lower thirds are accurate. I just want to make sure that we are, in fact, still, I think we are, but,
yes, this is Dickson,
okay.
Hickman, and Williamson for this
Yep,
one right here.
yep. And still Perry County. Okay, I just want to make sure that we are still current with all the other warnings that are starting to expire. This one, though, is still showing a very decent radar signature here, right around Craigfield and 840.
Our radar just updated over here too, and
Yep.
it looks even tighter.
Yep, just did here as well. So Fairview, in and around Fairview and Fernvale. And again, we can get real close in. And Brett, if you have some other roads that you have offhand?
Yeah.
Fairview Boulevard, Old Franklin Road.
Yeah, we're going to zoom in really tight right here. So this is going to be right here around the Daugherty Estates. Again, forgive me if I've mispronounced some of these names. Fairview Heights. So Over Bay Road, Cumberland Drive, Deer Ridge Road, Valley Road. If you live around that area or know anybody that lives around that area, you really need to be in your safe place right now. We're looking at some pretty good rotation popping up right here. This is going to be right here now into the far western portions of Williamson County. I'll go ahead and circle it, but it's kind of hard to miss it. Right here is where we're looking at that bet, and right as I do that, our cylinder pops up. That's our radar computer indicating to us that it's picking up on some pretty good rotation. I'm going to clear that off there, right there. Pop up the shear rate, and right there,
Boy, I don't like that.
this is getting even bigger too. So that brown area is kind of expanded from what we were looking at, and that brown area, that indicates some stronger rotation within that storm. So you really need to be in your safe place. I don't have any confirmation yet that this tornado is on the ground, but it very well could be with that rotation
it could be
right
moments,
there. So
yeah.
absolutely. So you need to be in your safe place. Fairview Heights right there around that area right now. Chester Estates. Fernvale, you got maybe just a few minutes. You need to be in your safe place right now. Again, we are zoomed in really tight, but we're here in Williamson County watching this storm right here. Good rotation signature on the radar for eastern portions of Williamson County. If it holds together, it's going to be moving into more central portions of Williamson County as well. So areas like Franklin included on the edge of the watch, but you need to be in your safe place if you're in Franklin. With that rotation, it's possible, you know, this storm could hold together that far. Bingham, Settlers Point, Forest Home Farms, Battlewood Estates, anywhere in those areas, you also need to go ahead and stay in your safe place. Kingfield, right in the middle of that track as well. So this is the main area of concern right now. We'll zoom out just a little bit, make sure I'm not missing anything. Well, I say that, and this storm over here near Perry County, you know, that rotation is kind of looking pretty good from the Nashville radar site too. We'll look at that storm here in just a second, but this storm right here, eastern portions of Williamson County, Daugherty Estates, Chester Estates, Lone Oak, Kingfield, Forest Home Farms, Bingham, any of these areas in Williamson County, stay in your safe place. The lowest floor of whatever building, I know a lot of folks have been moving to Williamson County, lowest floor of whatever building you live in, put as many walls between you and the outside of the home and the building. Stay away from windows and try to get to a most interior room. If you have a closet or a bathroom, something like that in the center of your home, that's going to be your best bet. A good place for you to go to stay safe during this potential tornado. Radar is at least putting a pretty good signature on that. Katie, I don't want to forget about this storm down here.
Yeah, let's briefly look at that. I was just looking at radar out in Perry County, and this is headed towards Linden. So for folks in Linden, heads up.
Absolutely. So yeah, right here, you can see this area of rotation. Our radar computer also putting up this yellow cylinder right here on this storm that is tornado warned for Perry County. And like Katie was just saying, if you're in Bethel, Linden, it's going to be in your area, at least this better area of rotation here in just a couple of minutes. So you need to be in your safe place right now if you're in central portions of Perry County, including Linden and Bethel. So just go ahead and stay there. We'll give you that all clear when you can get out of there and that threat has passed you. But still very strong winds with these severe thunderstorm warnings too that we have along the Tennessee and Kentucky state line. But we still have these 2 tornado warnings that we have, and it is very easy to see. Even if you didn't know what you were looking at, you'd be able to see this rotation right here on the radar, right there where our computer is putting up this cylinder. I'll change products and just see what this is looking like. This is still about the same. So we've still seen that brown right there. Indicating some strong rotation. It kind of takes away a lot of the clutter and makes it pretty simple to see. So when we start getting the browns and the yellows, that's going to be some much stronger rotation, and that's exactly what we're seeing right there. We'll zoom in too, Katie, get some of these road names. This is King Road right here, Caney Fork Road, Liberty Road, some strong rotation directly over Liberty Road. You need to be in your safe place if you're familiar with this area. If you're in this area, Caney Fork Road too. It's going to keep on heading on that easterly track around 45, 50 miles an hour or so. So Caney Fork Road, if you live around that road, you need to be in your safe place too. So some pretty good rotation that we're still seeing on that storm moving into eastern or into western portions of Williamson County.
I was just looking at CC too. There might be a little bit of lowering happening right over Daugherty Estates.
There really is. Good eye, good catch on that. So we're on weather 2 still right here. I'll circle this for you. So we're going to pop up the velocity, just make sure it matches, and it sure does. So I'll draw a circle right here. There's the wind where they see the best rotation, right where that blue circle is. We're going to pop it over here where we could see debris, and you can see it right there popping up. So that slightly different color. These are some of the yellows and oranges popping up versus the red. So when we get these yellow and orange colors right there, that's when we're looking at more non-meteorological targets. So we could be talking about things like shingles or fence posts, stuff like that that could be flying in the air that a tornado could be lofting up, as opposed to the meteorological targets like raindrops or anything like that. It just updated, and I'm not seeing it quite as good, so that could be good news, but still.
Did you see that? Go back to that reflectivity there. It looks like it's starting to, it's a little more inflow right there.
Inflow right here.
Just around Fernvale.
That's right, just right south of there in Fernvale. Looks like we could be getting a little bit more inflow too. And we'll pop back over here on the shear rate, and yeah, you can still see it. It's staying pretty strong right there, and right here, this whole area. I'll circle it again in blue, but just south of Fernvale, near DeWitt Road, if you're right there, you need to be in your safe place. South of Fernvale, and anywhere really on this easterly track. So Bingham, even into Franklin. You're included on the far edge of this tornado warning, but it's moving on that easterly track. So just go ahead and get in your safe place and stay there. You still have a little bit of time to do it, but go now. Battlewood Estates, anywhere in between in Williamson County. Good idea to be in your safe place right now.
Anyone in Williamson County, like Brett said, please make sure you are in your safe spot at this time. Brentwood, all the way down 431 into Franklin. Leapers Fork, I would even be in your safe spot as well. Headed towards just outside of Bellevue and still southwestern portions of Davidson County. Pasco, places along Highway 100 near Loveless Cafe. Make sure you are watching this quite closely, or very closely as well. This is actually taking more of an easterly track. At least that's what it has been showing over the past couple of scans, which would keep it more in central Williamson County. But we do not want to bank on that. And that's one of the reasons why the polygons with these tornado warnings are a little wider, to account for any wobble that we may find within the storm here. But this continues to be a very serious storm. And for folks in Williamson County, this is one that we want to take very, very seriously. It has shown some very good rotation within the storm over the past couple of scans. It continues with our rotation detection to show strong rotation, getting ready to push toward Kingfield and more into central Williamson County. So I'm going to back out a little bit just so you can get some vantage point here, some perspective. Here's Nashville. Here's I-65. Franklin, in the path of this storm. Looks like they might have just updated the tornado warning. Looks like they might have trimmed it a little bit.
They cut out southern Davidson County from that new warning.
Oh, yes. Thank you. So, yes, they did go. Okay, so they cut out the warning. I was just talking about how it was pushing more east, and that would keep it more in central Williamson County. And it looks like what they've done is trimmed that. They've also trimmed the warning as well, so we can update our lower third here. Hickman County, Dickson County, no longer in the warning. Davidson County, no longer in the warning. So tornado warning for Williamson County only, and for Perry County only at this time. Quickly, we're looking back here. The storm in Linden continues to look fairly impressive as well. Just looking at it from our Nashville radar. So folks in and around Linden, Bethel, Sugar Hill, please make sure that you are staying put in the lowest level of your home as well. We do continue to watch the storm that is moving through central Williamson County, headed towards I-65 and really through much of the county here. We continue to see some decent rotation. I'd say with the latest scan, it has broadened a little bit as it made its way through Doherty Estates and moved through Tidwell earlier, Fairview, Kingfield, Traceview, Leapers Fork, all places that are up next as far as where this part of the storm is moving and where we are most concerned with anything that may be rotating. But still some impressive rotation. It's now south of Fairview and is headed towards Franklin. Again, regardless of what the storm is doing here, these are winds that are not to be messed with. In our northern counties too, in Sumner County, we were looking at winds in excess of 70 miles per hour. So even straight line wind damage is going to be a problem for us for tonight. But we do continue to watch this storm as it inches closer to Franklin, Leapers Fork, Bingham, and places just north of downtown Franklin, headed towards Brentwood. So this will be, again, where we're watching here, moving towards Kingfield. And we'll get pretty close in here. Near Leapers Fork, we're talking about Old Hillsborough Road, Wilkes Branch Road, Pine Road, Settlers Point, Forest Home, Hunter Creek Farms. These are all communities in Williamson County that are in immediate danger of the tornado warning, the tornado warned storm that is pushing through central Williamson County. That was a big crack of lightning just outside our studio. So we continue to watch this here, moving towards Kingfield, and have not seen, at least the tightening has come up or has come down a little bit, Brett. It does not look like it's.
Micah, if you want to take weather too, I'll show you what Katie's talking about. So right when this storm got to the Williamson County line, so this is a radar loop. This is not current. This is taking it back about 15 minutes or so ago. This is what it looked like at 11:07. You can see that tighter area of rotation as it traveled near Daugherty Estates and kept on moving to the east, and it was still pretty tight right there with the reds and the greens. Our radar computer was putting up that cylinder indicating that we have some pretty good circulation, some pretty good rotation with that storm right there, but now it's not quite as intense. So that is at least a good trend. You still got to treat it though like there could be a tornado that is on the ground. We're definitely going to be keeping our eye on that, and you really still need to stay in your safe place if you're in Williamson County included within that red polygon. That is the red flashing polygon, which is the tornado warning. I'm going to make sure my radar is back to the current mode.
Boy, come back to Weather One if you can real fast. I've got our Metro Center camera up and I'm looking at a radar signature of intense wind that is just overhead, and I can hear it outside right now, but there is a ton of lightning and the crack that we heard. But this could be a downburst of wind that we are seeing near Buena Vista Estates, Bordeaux, and North Nashville here. So this is where I'm looking. And this is where we could be seeing winds maybe 70 miles per hour moving through the Bordeaux area here. So this brighter color of green indicating some intense wind and rain, and we're pretty close to that here in Metro Center, and so that's a view from our camera outside, and you can easily see the rain moving across the roadways there due to the wind and the extensive lightning that we continue to see here in Metro Center. Currently under a severe thunderstorm warning at this time here in Davidson County, but the tornado warning continues here in Fairview, or I should say Williamson County, moved through Fairview. And still seeing some signs of rotation here near Kingfield. So I'm going to track this again here. Good news is it still looks like it has broadened a little bit, but I am not convinced that we're not definitely not out of the woods yet, and not convinced that our threat is over. So a lot of times, again, these will pulse, so they will kind of rest a little bit, if you will, get their act together, and then they will fire up again. Leapers Fork in 5 minutes, Franklin 15 minutes from now, Nolensville in about 30 minutes from now. The area that we are watching that has shown or has had a history of rotation continues here in Williamson County. Ooh, do you hear that, Brett?
Is that hail that I'm hearing out there?
It might be hail. This is a look from our Metro Center camera. There is intense wind that is just outside of our station right now. Winds in excess of, I would say, it could be 70 miles per hour here. Let's quickly go back up here and take a look. Boy, that's some strong wind that's coming in. 65, 70 mile per hour gusts, and we're getting close to the radar, so fairly accurate measurements. This is going to be near Trinity Lane in Bordeaux and Metro Center, really showing up well on radar as well.
Yeah, if you want to pop it over the weather too real quick, you can see that where these winds are coming in really strongly behind the storm. I'm going to draw just some blue lines right here, but you can see these winds just feeding into the backside of that storm, just really bringing in some strong winds to the North Nashville area, along with some heavy rain that we have going on too. So very strong winds with that storm. If you're in Nashville, you're probably going to be hearing a decent bit of thunder. We'll turn this lightning product on real quick. Still a lot of lightning associated with these storms that are moving through Davidson County right now. We still do have those couple of tornado warnings out. I will say good news on that Perry County storm. National Weather Service is going to go ahead and let this expire. So right now it is not looking like it is posing much of a threat anymore, that tornado warned storm in Perry County. But Katie, right as we were talking about the winds, I'm seeing the Nashville National Weather Service folks talk about 70-mile-per-hour winds just north of downtown Nashville right now.
Yep.
So
Yep.
very strong winds going on right here.
Which is right where we are. We can hear it outside of our
That is
studio.
absolutely right. And also, we're going to look back up here at this storm really quickly too that's moving through Williamson County. Just to make sure that the rotation, see what it's doing. So it has started to broaden out a little bit over the past several radar scans. So that is a good trend. But still, if you're in portions of Williamson County, Bingham, Rebel Meadows, Franklin, you really need to go ahead and just stay in your safe place for a little bit longer. Like we were saying, just like we've done all night now, we'll give you that all clear when it's safe for you to get out of your safe place. And that warning has, that threat has left your area.
All right, let's go back over to the wind here. This may be emerging as our main threat at the moment.
Very well could be.
Yeah, the tornado warning is still in effect for Williamson County, and I want those in Williamson County to still be in their shelters at this point. But just north of Nashville here, very strong wind gust that is setting up for us. I'll track this out, and you can see that we're looking at some very intense winds that are pushing through here. Old Hickory in 15 minutes, Hendersonville in 18 minutes if the severe wind were to hold together. But we definitely heard it from our station and continues to be right along Trinity Lane, Buena Vista Estates, near Avondale and just north of Bordeaux, Parkwood Estates, and headed towards I-65 eventually. As it pushes more north of Nashville. So here's downtown Nashville at the bottom of your screen. Here's 65 and there's 24. So it'll pass 24 first. There's a live look at Broadway. Lots of lightning and a lot of rain coming down. The highest winds, I would say, are just north of downtown. So thankfully for folks that are downtown at the moment, we're not seeing the really intense wind. But boy, this is showing up pretty good on radar. As far as where it is. So it's likely over the 24 and 65 split. So we will see our radar update shortly. So it's approaching this area here, right along I-6 or 24 and 65, right where they split. So Buena Vista Estates to Avondale, all watching these areas here with winds that could be in excess of 70 miles per hour and can do damage just as much as a tornado can. And it's really blowing out there from reflectivity. So that's where we're seeing. We can update the tornado CG, please. The only active tornado warning is for Williamson County at the moment. Perry County as well. But they said they were going to, didn't they say, Brett, they were going to let
They were just going to let it expire. So
yeah.
I think probably at 11:45 it'll just drop off of our map.
Okay. And we're still seeing rotation here in Williamson County, although not as intense as it was in the western side of the county. Still, I would say near Kingfield to Bingham. We're still seeing some areas of concern as far as rotation goes, although much more broad than we had maybe 15, 20 minutes ago. That's good. That's a good trend, and we hope to see that trend continue. But for folks, even in Franklin, make sure that you're still taking your safety precautions now here, because this is still wind. This is, even though we're not seeing the rotation as strong as it was, this is still intense wind that we're going to see moving through Leapers Fork right now, Kingfield and Bingham, even South Hall, seeing some of these gusty winds headed your way as well. We want to send it over to Kelly. She continues to gather information from the newsroom. Kelly, what do you have for us?
Katie, we have some reports of damage coming in Robertson County. We're going to show you the pictures here from Smoky Barn News of a tree that careened onto a home here, causing some major damage again in Robertson County. This house is off Circle Drive. Robertson County was under a thunderstorm warning. So this was not even a tornado warning. This was a thunderstorm warning, and you could see the damage there that tree did to that home on Circle Drive. We also have a roof off of a house confirmed in Humphreys County. We had a radar confirmed tornado there. And again, we are tracking other damage reports coming in as we follow the action of this storm system. But one home on Circle Drive has a lot of cleaning up to do. I'll send it back to Katie.
All right, thanks so much, Kelly. And hate to see damage like that. Hopefully, as we get more into the overnight hours, the line will weaken a little bit, but I don't see that happening at the moment. For the next couple of hours, we're really going to continue to see these thunderstorms produce winds in excess of 60, perhaps 70 miles per hour. Let's see. Weather Service saying they're going to cancel the Perry County warning, so that's good. But they will continue a severe thunderstorm warning in its place. So that's what we have as far as the Perry County warning is concerned. The Williamson County warning does continue, but again shows at least a little more promising scans here with more broad rotation. Still again would indicate that we've got some wind to deal with, but as far as an immediate tornado threat, that at the moment seems to be lessening. But we're not out of the woods just yet. So make sure that you still are in your safe spot until we can give you the all clear that we're not concerned about anything tightening up again. So that is right now our only tornado warning that we have on the map. I'm going to zoom out and reset here just to show you what we have moving through. Intense storms moving through downtown Nashville, intense wind and rain through Gallatin right now, into Macon, Trousdale counties. Passing through Portland and Hendersonville. So those the counties up here closer to the Tennessee-Kentucky border. This here has a considerable tag on it, meaning that winds could be as high as 70 miles per hour within this part of the line. Once again, even just severe wind tonight is going to be something that we do not want to mess with, unfortunately, as we are dealing with not only tornado warnings, but wind in excess of 70 miles per hour. All portions of the line are severe warned on. So we have severe thunderstorm warnings throughout the line that include the tip of Murray County now, moving through Hickman County, and then farther south, Perry County, where they did say they're going to let this warning expire. So the warning for Perry County set to expire, or they'll cancel it actually. So it's only 11:30. I think they said they're going to cancel it. So that should be going away shortly. Other than that, we continue to watch a very intense line of showers and storms push through here. Thought I would take a quick look here at our Metro Center camera again. And I'm going to look at our Gallatin camera. And boy, the rain and the lightning coming down here in Gallatin. So this is part of the line that we're concerned with high winds that can do damage. We had those pictures that came in from Robertson County showing quite a bit of extensive damage from severe wind. So straight line wind damage, possible 60, perhaps 70 miles per hour, and the rain continues to come down in buckets there in Gallatin. This whole line is going to have intense rain, a lot of lightning, and high wind at least. And then in addition to that, we'll have to be watching for the potential for tornadoes coming through with this line as well. Speaking of, we continue. That was a big thunder. We continue to watch the tornado warning here in Williamson County. It goes until 11:45. Brett, I'm looking at radar. I'm not seeing the rotation as intense as it was about 20 minutes ago. So that is good news.
That is good, and it looks like if there is any, the best area of that is going to be just to the west of Franklin. So if you're on the eastern portions of, or the far western portions of Williamson County, and that tornado warning came through your area earlier, you're really not going to have to deal with much of a threat anymore. Technically, that tornado warning does still include you. That'll probably be getting clipped off though, but right now the main threat is where you see this area of green right here. We are in Williamson County right now. Radar just updated, so right here around the Franklin area, Carton Plantation, that area, just go ahead and stay in your safe place for a little bit longer. A little bit of rotation still trying to be picked up on by the radar, not near as tight as it was earlier, so at least that is some good news. Just want you to be safe though, and right as I say that, they just clipped back the tornado warning, so that's good news right there. So it's really just this area right here where we still have these greens going on here in Williamson County, Franklin itself included in that tornado warning. So just go ahead and stay in your safe place for a little bit longer. That tornado warning is set to go until 11:45. So if you were over here in the more western portions of Williamson County, anywhere around Daugherty Estates, Chester Estates, Kingfield, Fernvale, Laurieland, Clement Lake Estates, even Leapers Fork, you're all good to come out of your safe place right now. Any area of rotation that is still there is now to the east of that. So just right here around Franklin, again, stay in your safe place for another 10 minutes or so, and we'll let you know when that threat has cleared your area. And it looks like KD2 Perry County is gone from that tornado warning.
That's good. Yep, so we continue to watch here the intense line of thunderstorms. Again, wind continues to be our main focus, the main threat for tonight, especially as we head more east through the evening hours. I did see some notes coming in from the Storm Prediction Center that that they will likely extend some kind of a watch for East Tennessee that will likely include the rest of our viewing area as well. And let's go back here and we'll take a look at where the watch is currently. I know I had it in here somewhere.
So they went ahead with a tornado watch.
Did they already issue?
Yep. So that's going to be out for let's see. It looks like 3 a.m. still for the same time. So
okay. So yeah, and that's one of the reasons why we'll get this question a lot when we have a watch that's issued for parts of the viewing area. And that's just because they want to see how the line will behave or the storms will behave before they issue a watch that's a little too far out for comfort as far as issuing.
Katie, I will say too, Lincoln, Moore, and Franklin counties, those are included until 5 a.m. So just a little longer run time down there in the very far southeastern portion of our viewing area.
Okay, thanks.
That's the tornado watch map, though, that we have right there. Every county that's highlighted in yellow. So some of our counties in southern Kentucky, Trigg, Christian, Todd, Logan, Simpson County, all have been clipped from that tornado watch. Good news there. And then also Henry and Benton counties are gone from the tornado watch here, along with Stewart, Houston, and Montgomery County. So if you're not in yellow, you are not included in that tornado watch any longer. That's good. That's good news. Is good. Yeah, that means that you are clear for the night and you can sleep soundly. There still are some showers behind there, though. You can see even moving through Clarksville. But this is it. Once this line passes you, and you'll hear it, you're good for the night. So that is good news. But they have extended the watch now to include the rest of our viewing area. And I mentioned earlier that we get that question a lot. Is there a chance that this could extend? Usually, yes, there is, but a lot of times they'll give it an hour or two if the area that they're watching is still several hours from the line passing, so they can see how the line is behaving. This one does not look like it is going to let up, so that's why they've gone ahead and issued the watch for the rest of our viewing area and for East Tennessee as well. So I'm going to actually go in here. I'll put the watch in so it comes up in yellow. So that is where we have the watch now. That's in effect. And again, it goes until 3 o'clock. And then Brett had mentioned for Lincoln, Moore, and Franklin counties, because the line will not reach them until much later in the morning, will go until 5 a.m. So they issued, even though we've got some more severe thunderstorm warnings rather than tornado warnings, they issued the tornado watch because conditions are still favorable for tornadoes to develop. So they usually will err on the side of caution
if there's any chance of a tornado developing, they issue that tornado watch. Speaking of, we still continue to watch the tornado warning here. This is I-65 in Franklin, Highway 96. And we continue to watch the tornado warned area. I would say that the more intense part of that line is pushing through downtown Franklin. Now, if not, has just passed downtown Franklin. So the good news is we are still seeing some rotation, but it is not as intense as it was. But they are letting that warning likely ride out to 11:45. There's still some rotation there. Moving through the downtown Franklin area. So I would just stay in your safe place a little bit longer here before we can get a few more scans. And hopefully here the line as far as the tornadic part of the storm will continue to waver here.
Katie, I just saw an email come in too from Tony with our news desk, and it said about 2 miles southwest of Fairview in Williamson County, multiple trees down on Highway 100 East near the Williamson County line. That estimated time around 11:06 p.m.
We might have had a tornado. We saw debris from there.
We did. So I'm wondering.
I'm going back here with our debris tracker. So that was right around Fairview. And they were saying multiple trees down near, they say Highway 100?
Highway 100
yeah.
East.
So this is looking back, this isn't current, 11:12. And this is where we were looking at a lowering of our debris signature. And when we see the colors change more to these oranges, or if it's really intense, it gets more into yellow, green, and blue. That is indicating that there is a tornado in progress. So we might have had a brief touchdown near Fairview, Highway 100 area in Williamson County. Of course, we'll investigate more as we can take a look at it once our threats are no longer a problem for us. Kelly continues to monitor all things coming in from the newsroom and has more information for us. What do you got, Kelly?
Katie, in that same Fairview area in Williamson County, we're looking at about 200 people out of power right now, 217 customers for Middle Tennessee Electric. This is more along the line of 840, Highway 840 there. And I can tell you that those customers have been out for at least 30 minutes now as I've been following this. Moving up towards Nashville and NES, not bad. We have about 30 customers out on the western side of the viewing area, or the Nashville, Davidson County area. So not too intense there, but really watching Franklin right now. And it's like this little cluster of outages again on the western part of Williamson County, a little bit south of Fairview there along Route 840. Let's take a live picture of I-65 right now in Franklin, if we can bring that up and see what we're looking at.
I can actually interrupt you real fast. So this is at 65, yeah, McEwen. They issued a new tornado warning, so I want to get to that. And thank you for that information. I appreciate it. New tornado warning has just been issued. We were just talking about how these storms will pulse. They'll kind of gather and then they'll strengthen again. And now, unfortunately, it looks like the storm has strengthened once again. So this is going to be for a continuation of the warning that has pushed through downtown Franklin along I-65. A new warning continues for Williamson County and now also includes Rutherford County. Does include Murfreesboro also, but that'll be still, I'd say, more than 30 minutes away. So we'll track this out here. And again, this moving about 50 miles per hour or so. So it does put it around Nolensville in 8 minutes, MTSU in the next 30 minutes. So tornado warned storm here moving into the Franklin area, just outside of Franklin, moving toward I-65. And this again is I-65 at McEwen. Intense rain and wind along with a lot of lightning coming through the Franklin area with this new warning that's been issued here. I'm going to go back and see if the Weather Service has said anything. They've just decided to reissue the warning for a little bit of more reorganization from what we were talking about earlier about how these storms like to pulse. So for folks in around eastern parts of Williamson County now, and does now include portions of Rutherford County, a lot of central and northern Rutherford County, and does include Murfreesboro. I need you guys to be in your safe shelter right now. So again, these types of storms are going to pulse, and so they'll pick up and they'll become intense quickly, and then just as fast as they can strengthen, sometimes they will weaken. So these types of storms, we don't get a lot of lead time for tornado warnings here. This does have some inflow with it. So the area that we're watching is right along 65. It's going to be just east of Franklin. And that is going to be where we're looking at some inflow coming into the storm. That helps feed it to keep it going and keep it strong, where we could see the potential for a tornado. So this will include Arrington, Clovercroft, Almaville, places just north of 840 in Williamson County. Does include Nolensville as well, and also includes Murfreesboro in the very tail end of the warning. I-24 stretching from Laverne basically, and Smyrna all the way down to Murfreesboro in Rutherford County. And still seeing some rotation there. Looks like it might have just briefly became strong again, Brett, and has come back down a little bit.
Right.
It's still not enough to give you an all clear by all means.
I was just seeing too, Katie, a report came in from Franklin near Highway 96 and Interstate 65 quarter-sized hail there. So that's 1-inch sized hail, along with some strong winds and the area of rotation too. So this is definitely going to be the area that we continue to watch right here in Williamson County. Around the Clovercroft, Trinity area, if you're around Murfreesboro Road right here in Williamson County, you just need to go ahead and stay in your safe place. Like we've been doing all night, we'll give the all clear when it's time for you to be able to get out of there. But like Katie's been saying too, these storms can kind of pulse up and down. So they'll get strong and then they'll weaken kind of quickly, and they could get a little bit stronger. That rotation starts to tighten up fairly quickly again too. And I think that's what we've been kind of seeing with this storm that's been moving through Williamson County right now. So that's what we're watching still, that storm that's moving through Williamson County. That is the only tornado warning that we have in effect for our viewing area. This is until 12:30 a.m. early tomorrow morning. So we still have another about 45 minutes left on that tornado warning that's moving through Williamson County. If it can hold together, that's going to push it on over into Rutherford County, and then eventually Murfreesboro would be included within that. So we'll just be keeping an eye out for that. As far as this storm goes, still seeing some rotation on the radar. Let's see. I'm going to switch it over here to our product that kind of takes away everything else. So we're still seeing a little bit of rotation. Best areas of rotation right here still around the Clovercroft area. So you just still need to stay in your safe place a little bit longer at Clovercroft. That's the lowest floor of whatever building you're in or your home, and put as many walls between you and the outside of your home as possible. Stay away from windows. If you have an interior bathroom or a closet, that's going to be a good bed for you to just go ahead and ride this storm out. No confirmation yet that I have seen, at least, of any sort of tornado on the ground. This was issued because of radar indicated rotation. It tightened up and got just strong enough again for the National Weather Service here in Nashville to go ahead and reissue that tornado warning. So that's this main storm that we're going to be keeping our eye out for at least the next 45 minutes or so. But really, if you're in any of these severe thunderstorm warnings too, you're still looking at very strong winds. We've been seeing winds potentially gusting 60 to 70 miles per hour. Some of these storms dropping quarter-sized hail. So we've gotten a little bit of everything. This whole line has either been severe warned or tornado warned as it has moved across southern Kentucky and middle Tennessee. And that tornado watch, like we were showing you too, has been expanded to the Plateau until 3 a.m. and then Lincoln, Moore, and Franklin counties included in that tornado watch until 5 o'clock tomorrow morning.
All right, thanks so much, Brad. I was just watching the southern edge of this line here, moving through Lewis County, east of Hohenwald. A pretty intense wind signature that's starting to pop up here. So for folks in Murray County, heads up. This is severe warned on right now, but I would say getting ready to push toward Sandy Hook, Mount Pleasant, and Chapel Hill. This here likely seeing winds 60 miles per hour, if not more, coming in out of this line in Perry County. So that has a pretty decent wind signature associated with it. Our main focus continues to be on the tornado warning that is now in eastern Williamson County, Nolensville, Arrington, Almaville in Rutherford County, Smyrna in Rutherford County, and Murfreesboro included in this, as well as MTSU. The rotation is still there, and we will follow this warning until it is safe to come out of your safe shelters and your safe places. But we do want to continue to watch this one here, as this storm has kind of had a history of pulsing. So it's dropped to tornado, and then it went back up, and then it looked like another tornado may be in progress, and that's why they extended the warning. And so now seeing some rotation that is still evident within the storm, so definitely not safe to come out of your safe spot at this time. But we do continue to watch here, in addition to the potential for a tornadic storm, just intense winds within this line here. And all these yellow boxes that you see here, I know it can get kind of cluttered too when we have a line like this. We've got a lot of warnings going on all at the same time. But this box is for the severe thunderstorm warning. That includes a lot of real estate here throughout the greater Nashville metro area. And again, we'll see winds in excess of 60 miles per hour with a lot of these storms that are pushing in. I have not seen very many reports of hail. I did see a report earlier in the evening out of Hickman County, I believe, of some hail. And atmosphere kind of showed signs or potential for hail for tonight. But wind most definitely was our biggest concern, and still continues to be the biggest concern with this line as it works its way through the area. I did turn lightning off. There is still a lot of lightning with these storms here, and if you are currently under one of these storms, you're probably like, yeah, there's a lot of lightning with these storms. But again, I'll take the lightning off just because it's easier to see what's going on inside here, especially for the area where we continue to watch. East of Franklin, east of 65 now, toward Almaville. Nolensville seeing quite a bit of heavy rain, and Arrington, this is on your doorstep. I'm going to track this out one more time, about 45 to 50 miles per hour. Nolensville, again, knocking on your doorstep now. Murfreesboro, you have about 24 minutes until this line reaches you. And MTSU, same thing, about 25 minutes from now. So it'll be approaching 24. And I'd say that's probably one of the more healthy even severe thunderstorms, in addition to the one that I was just talking about here. It looks like they issued a new warning. So this is going to be a big warning for Murray, Marshall, stretches into northern Lawrence County and Giles County for this line here. And I was mentioning earlier that there was some wind signature indications, so winds that could be in excess of 60, if not 70 miles per hour within this storm here. So that's what we're seeing, zooming in toward Hampshire and just to the east of Gordonsburg, pushing more into Murray County. So it'll be approaching Columbia. So heads up, these are some pretty strong winds, and nothing really to be turn your head at, because we are definitely seeing indications of some real strong wind for tonight. Kelly's at the anchor seat right now, and she continues to monitor what's going on in the newsroom. Kelly, what do you got?
Looking at some outages, Katie, right now we've got 950 in Williamson County. It's to the western part of the county, kind of south of Fairview. That was an area where we were seeing some intense action with this storm system. So I'm assuming some trees down and things in this cluster area. About, again, 1,000 people out in Williamson County. Amazingly, at this point, I still do not see any delays or significant cancellations over at the airport if you're taking a flight or know anybody there. And we are, as far as Cumberland Electric, seeing those outages drop at this point. We were up to about 450 in Stewart County. Those are now down below 100. I'm going to send things over to Brett now.
Thank you, Kelly. We're still watching that storm that Katie's been talking about to you for a while now, that one that was in Williamson County, the tornado warning storm that's going to push on over into Rutherford County, too. I do want to show you this map, though. We do have a little bit more good news. Want to get to the good news. We had another tier of counties that was clipped out of that tornado watch. So now Humphreys, Dickson, Cheatham, and up into Robertson County have all been clipped out of that tornado watch. Oh, along with Monroe County too. So, and Allen County, Kentucky. So we are starting to lose this threat. Once that line passes your area, that severe threat, the tornado threat is going to be over and done with. Once that line can clear out of your area, you could still be seeing some showers, maybe even some thunderstorms, but at that point, none of those should be on the severe side of things. So that's the tornado watch map that we're looking at right now. That's going to go until 5 a.m. for the rest of us. But like we were just saying, once these, or 3 a.m., once these storms move past your area, you are going to be more than likely clipped out of that tornado watch. And then Lincoln, Moore, and Franklin counties down here, that's going to go until 5 a.m. We'll get back to this tornado warning right here. I'm also going to flip back over. Just got another report of some hailstones the size of quarters. Let's see, that was in McKay's Mill in Williamson County. So I'm gonna back over here though while I can, see what this storm is doing over here. It looks like the best area of rotation on this Williamson County storm now. This is that one that's been tornado warned since before it even entered Williamson County over on the west side of Williamson. Now it looks like the best area of rotation right here around Arrington. So if you're around Arrington in Williamson County, Lake Colonial Acres, any Almaville, it's going to be a little bit, just a couple minutes before it gets to Almaville, but any of these places right now, you need to be in your safe place. We're still seeing some rotation a little bit higher up in the sky. Not totally sure if that rotation is making it all the way down to the ground right now, but you got to treat it like it could be. So just go ahead and stay in your safe place for a little bit longer. If you're in this red flashing polygon, I'll zoom out just a little bit, in parts of Williamson County and over into parts of Rutherford County as well. If this storm holds together, that would make it go into parts of Rutherford County, which would eventually include Murfreesboro too. So just giving you a heads up in Murfreesboro, no threat at you right now, but if that storm holds together, you are included on the edge of that tornado warning. So just go ahead and get to your safe place. You got time to get there, but a good idea to go ahead and get to your safe place right now just to be on the extra safe side. So that's what we're looking at right here. We'll switch back over to reflectivity too, and still seeing some very heavy rainfall, maybe some hail around the Nolensville area. We'll pop on the lightning, and a lot of lightning with this storm. Still seeing about, 135 strikes or so. So these storms have been producing a lot of lightning as they've been traveling across Middle Tennessee and Southern Kentucky, and some very strong winds too. We still have a few more severe thunderstorm warnings that are up. Some of these are included Murray County on over into Marshall County, kind of down here along Interstate 65. 60-mile-an-hour winds with that, maybe a hail up to the size of quarters or so, nickels or quarters. So we're going to just be keeping an eye out on that right there.
All right, thanks so much, Brett. Let's take a look. This is Sam Ridley Parkway and I-24. I will say, too, that it looks like that we may have some rotation tightening up again right around Arrington, 840, I should say, and around Nolensville Road. So that is where we're looking right now. Here's a look at rotation detection around Nolensville Road. Here's Arrington. Here's 840. And rotation might be tightening up a little bit here, headed towards Almaville and I-24. And we had that picture from Sam Ridley and I-24. So for folks in the eastern, very extreme eastern portions of Williamson County, and this is starting to push more into Rutherford. Here's the county line, Almaville, Aberdeen Park, and even Murfreesboro. I need you to keep an eye on this one here. Smyrna. This storm might be tightening up a little bit here, so we want to watch this one closely. So we'll go back over to our severe wind product, and I'm going to circle what I'm seeing here at least, right around McDaniel, 840, and Arrington, right around Murfreesboro Road. So that'll be the area that we're watching here. We'll see what happens with the latest scan that's coming in. But definitely looks like we're trying to get some tightening in. And yeah, even a clear inflow notch there. So that's the area that we're watching as it passes just east of our Arrington. This is Veterans Parkway at 840. And again, the lightning has been off the charts this evening. Electric storms along with torrential rain and a lot of gusts of wind, heavy wind. Can you say that again, Sarah? Sorry.
I think that was
western Rutherford County. Thank you. So this is going to be approaching where we're looking here, I-40 and Veterans Parkway. New scan just came in, so let's take a look. And still seeing some good, strong rotation here, decent rotation. So that tornado warning does continue. This one will go until 12:30, I believe. And now the focus is shifting from extreme eastern portions of Williamson County now into Rutherford County. Here's I-24. You head this way, you're going into Nashville. Antioch, you can see at the top of your screen. You head this way, you're headed towards Murfreesboro. Smyrna and Murfreesboro, and all places in between here, especially along the I-24 and 840 corridor. This is the immediate concern at the moment here for the potential of a tornado that might be trying to spin up. So there again is that little bit of inflow where you see the little hook that's coming out there, just a little bit of a hook.
Katie, we just had another tornado warning too.
Another one that's been issued. Okay. Let's take a look at that one real fast.
It's going to be down here in Murray County.
Okay. So that is for that southern line. It might be, oh yeah.
Oh, wow, look at that. I just clicked on over to it too.
So let's see here. Chapel Hill, Hampshire, and Poplar Top. Columbia, right along Highway 412. That one is quite tight. And rotation detection, I would not be surprised if we get a new scan here. We'll start to see more of the reds and the browns, a strong rotation. So that one now is going to be pushing more into, this is for portions of Murray County and I guess just Murray County. Well, I guess, yes, just Murray County. It's kind of hard to see the county lines with all the boxes to that point. So yes, new area of rotation that has popped up here. This is near Hampshire, Chapel Hill, 412, and headed towards Columbia in this new tornado warning that has just been issued. This warning is going to go until 12:30 as well, but there's some decent rotation here that we want to watch over the next couple of scans. We also continue to monitor the one that is pushing through Franklin, east of Franklin now, into Rutherford County. And still seeing some rotation here also. So you can pick out, we're getting ready to push towards Almaville along 840 and Interstate 24. Still seeing some strong rotation with this storm here. It's in a line, a strong line of thunderstorms here, almost in a kink. So there's a little kink in the line, and those little kinks are going to be the ones that we want to watch for brief spin-ups. And that one may be near Almaville. If there was something in progress, it would be near Almaville, headed towards, along 840, headed towards 24. So we have the tornado warning here for Williamson County. The threat is pushing more out of Williamson County, but the tornado warning still is in effect for Williamson County and for Rutherford County. A new warning has been issued for Murray County and does include Columbia. So it looked like it was a pretty intense little spin up, and latest scan coming in doesn't look quite as impressive, which would be good news. But we're going to stick with this one here. It's still pretty decent. Just looking at other radar products that we have here. And in addition to that, the wind is going to be intense. So wind coming in through Murray County from 412 down 43 near Ridley, Ashwood, Poplar Top, and headed into downtown Columbia. So here's Columbia, county seat of Murray County. And this is the area that we're watching here. Chapel Hill, Hampshire, might be trying to tighten up again. Let's see. Yeah, near Chapel Hill, Hampshire. Roy Thompson Road, 412, over to Poplar Top. This is in Murray County that we're looking at. Old State Road, that's where the rotation is currently, right around Chapel Hill. So you can see the color differences when they get real close together like that. Right around Old State Road in Murray County to Chapel Hill. This is going to be where we're watching for the potential for a tornado. If not already on the ground, could drop at any moment. So this is the one tornado warning that we continue to watch in Murray County. And once again, we've got another one that we're still monitoring here, pushing through Almaville. And this one will be moving more towards I-24 and 840 here. Blackman, over towards even close to Smyrna. This may be just south of Smyrna, but it's close. Yeah, south of Smyrna. So they did trim back the warning a little bit. So now includes Almaville, Crestwood, Murfreesboro still in that warning. And again, we're watching a real localized area for tornado potential here, but the whole line continues to be severe warned on. This is Sam Ridley at 24. And it's very intense. Again, the rain, the wind, and the lightning have been intense for us throughout the evening hours. I'm sure have woken up a lot of folks that may have tried to go to bed and may not have been able to, just given the threat that we have. Making sure that you have those ways to stay alert as we head through the next few hours. Once this line pushes through your area, you are in the clear. And eventually, if it has not already, the tornado watch will follow suit. So for those in Clarksville, Dickson, Hopkinsville, Bowling Green, Paris, Camden, we're all clear for tonight. And the next row of counties includes Davidson County and Sumner County, and hopefully Williamson County. As we get into maybe the next half hour, they'll continue to trim back some counties here. But we're still in that tornado warning for eastern portions of Williamson County, so they won't trim it back just yet. And they'll probably wait another 30 minutes at least for that storm, for even here in Davidson County. But we still are watching the two warnings here, the one in Rutherford County and the one that is getting closer to Columbia, and still showing some good rotation. So let's go ahead and zoom in a little more here. Again, south of Chapel Hill, Armour Village, and getting dangerously close to Columbia. So for folks that are in Columbia, if you're not already, I need you in your safe spot now, because this may spin up at any moment and would not be good for those in Murray County. And I know last year we went through just a devastating situation in Murray County from the Murray County tornado that went through Columbia and points east of there. And here we are again looking at another storm closing in on the town as well. Chapel Hill again, Poplar Top, and again, Columbia. Please make sure that you are all in your safe spot at this time. Hopefully here, not seeing this tighten up, but we'll see with the latest scan coming in. This is going to be right along 412. So 412 coming into Columbia here. There's the latest scan.
Looks like it may have gotten just a little bit tighter.
Yeah, not great. Rotation detection here, still picking up on some good rotation. Yeah, it looks like it might be tightening up a little bit more. South of Chapel Hill and almost approaching here 43, right along 412. So that's where we're looking at the moment. And once again, even, we continue to watch this area right here. But all of this is wind. All of this is strong wind. So this will be something we want to continue to note throughout the evening hours, that a lot of these storms are going to be producing straight line wind damage that can sometimes look like tornado damage. But these winds are no joke for tonight. 60 mile per hour winds, 70 mile per hour winds possible. And we've had reports of damage already from tonight's storms. From wind and perhaps tornado. So we do want to make sure that we keep an eye on these just strong storms that are pushing through here. Still the one up here in now Rutherford County. I'd say Williamson County is pretty much done with, but still in that box. The box is still there. But the main threat now is pushing more into Crestwood in Rutherford County, right around Almaville, and moving toward Murfreesboro. So folks around the Murfreesboro area, please make sure you are taking your safety precautions now. You've been in this warning for a while. You've had about a 30 minutes heads up with this storm. But again, this is one that we want to take seriously here. These types of storms will spin up and can weaken, and then will spin up again. And we usually don't have a lot of lead time or warning time before we see those storms start to spin up. Anything coming in out of the Weather Service, Brett?
Not a whole lot. I will say, though, there was a spotter that just said that he was in Rutherford County at I-24 and I-840 looking west. Lots of lightning, backlighting that warned area. Nothing visible low yet. So that's at least some good news right there. That's with that tornado warned storm. Just information on that in Rutherford County. We still do have that tornado warned storm that is still showing some decent signs of rotation down here in Murray County. That one is going to go until 12:30. Matter of fact, both of those go until 12:30. So we'll just wait and see on that, but I think Kelly has some more information coming in for you right now.
That's right, guys. I continue to follow the outages that we're seeing in the Middle Tennessee area. The most right now are in Franklin, to the western part of the county along Interstate 840, kind of south of Fairview, which did see a lot of action. 950 customers out. There's sort of a cluster of outages I'm seeing, so potentially some power lines down in that area. Nashville also seeing about 550 outages at this point, scattered throughout the Nashville-Davidson County area. About 300 in the North Nashville area. We're hearing the thunder. That's where we are in North Nashville. About 100 in the Bellevue area and 60 in South Nashville. The rest scattered throughout there. So folks starting to see the impact here of this storm system as it continues to come through, take out some power lines, take out some trees of that nature. Right now, BNA, the airport, just a side note, everything is on time and scheduled with departures and arrivals. So we'll continue to keep an eye on all things related for you. I'll send it back to Katie.
All right, thanks so much, Kelly. This is I-840 and Veterans Parkway. Wow, look at that lightning in Rutherford County. That's one of our 2 tornado warnings that we follow this evening here, still until 12:30. So folks in Rutherford County, Murfreesboro area, please take your safety precautions. I also want to go over here to the Columbia.
I think that's the better looking one right now on radar.
The Columbia tornado warning. Nothing confirmed yet, but yes, Brett, I do agree. I was just looking at some of the latest scans coming in, and right around Ashwood, along 43 Main Street into Columbia, downtown Columbia here, Poplar Top. This is going to be the area that we're concerned with. So west side of Columbia, the tornado warning will go until 12:30. But here's downtown Columbia back here, and this is coming in now into Columbia here, and has the best signature of the 2 tornado warnings at the moment. But we do, again, we'll continue to watch the one up in Rutherford County as well. It looks like it's flattened out a little bit. Back here in Columbia, we'll go back over to our rotation detection, and it is indicating some strong areas of rotation near Poplar Top, Zion, and Ashwood, headed towards Pleasant Hills, downtown Columbia. And this one here, again, will be capable of producing a tornado. There's the latest scan, it just came in. And we'll get our rotation detection here shortly. It has the capability of producing a tornado. These storms have had a history of producing tornadoes back to our west, and they continue to show signs of rotation, at least enough that we need to keep a really close eye on it for folks in Columbia and even towards Lacey, I-65. Again, Match, these are all locations that were hit last year with the tornado in May. Right along 65 here, area of concern is going to be right about here near Zion, Westwood, and headed into downtown Columbia. Winds will be intense regardless, anywhere between 60 to 70 miles per hour, and that is one of the reasons why, too, a lot of these storms are surrounded. The tornado warning is just surrounded by severe thunderstorm warnings. So wind continues to be our main concern here with the whole line as it pushes through. But we are still watching for the potential for a tornado here right around Columbia. Have not seen a new scan yet. There's the latest rotation detection. Field Crest, Oakland Parkway, Trotwood Avenue. These are all spots that we're watching. And then Main Street as well. 43, that's headed your ways also. Williamsport Pike, we're just trying to rate out some streets. Hampshire Pike, Columbia, downtown Columbia. and then points to the north and to the east from there. Let me quickly here track this one, and I'll give it a conservative track. A lot of these have been pushing more east rather than northeast for the evening. We'll put this at 50. So if this were to hold together, Columbia, you've got about 5 minutes to get to your safe shelter if you are not there already. Hopefully you are there. Bryant Station in the next 15 minutes, expecting this area capable of producing a tornado pushing your way. And it does look like it continues to show some decent rotation, although if there were something in progress, would likely be rain wrapped.
Very heavy rain with this one. This
Yeah,
storm.
it's just, and on reflectivity, it's really difficult to pinpoint, to pick out. So if we come over here, it's not traditional as far as where we might see a tornado with inflow and a hook, but we still have the rotation that is there. So this is, again, pushing through downtown Columbia. So for folks, please make sure you're in your safe spot. It's been pulsing a little bit, it looks like. So we do want to make sure that we continue to take this one seriously, and we don't let our guards down until we can give you the all clear. The tornado warning is going to go until 12:30. So time now is 12:15. We still have the other tornado warning in Murray County, or I should say in Rutherford County.
And Williamson just got clipped out of that, so that's good.
Okay, that is good. So Williamson County has been cleared from the tornado warning. So now a tornado warning just for Rutherford County with this northern cell, and which I think is becoming more of a wind threat here, at least the way it's looking.
Totally agree.
Yeah. They still have these little notches that are out, like these guys right here. So these, we'll want to pay attention to these. But for now, it looks like as it's passing over 24, it's more of a wind concern, excuse me, which is why, too, they're extending these severe thunderstorm warnings out quite a bit. So this one extends all the way through Rutherford County and the county next to it, Cannon County, and into DeKalb County. We'll continue to watch this. Also includes southern Williamson County here. But they have turned back this warning, so that's good news. Just now for Rutherford County, does include Murfreesboro. So folks in Murfreesboro, please still make sure you're in your safe place. And then the other warning that we continue to follow is the one in Murray County. And this one is moving through downtown Columbia as we speak. The rotation has been intense in some portions. It looks like it might have been pulsing a little bit and is still decent enough that you need to be taking your safety precautions right now. Hopefully for those in and around Murray County, Columbia to Pottsville, Caney Spring, Lacey, Match, and places along I-65 in Murray County, that you are in your safe spot right now from this storm. And I'll track this guy out again. We'll put it 50, 45, 50. So Columbia, it is moving into downtown Columbia now. Lanton in the next 9 minutes, and Bryant Station in about 11 minutes from now, headed your way. It's starting to look a little bit more ragged, I would say, with its rotation, but definitely not enough to give you an all clear just yet. We want to get a couple more scans in before we can say that it's no longer an issue for us here. But it is moving through downtown Columbia at this time. I'm going to check the weather service here and see if I see anything else coming in.
And while you're doing that real quick, I'm just seeing some reports here. Larger than golf ball sized hail on the Nolensville, Arrington, and Smyrna line.
Wow. Yeah, I see those pictures there.
And then we had some ping pong ball reports in Franklin, too. So there has been some decent sized hail.
Let's see here. So still watching the rotation in Murray County, wow. Hail the size larger than, like ping pong ball size hail, larger than golf ball, through Nolensville. So this area here, maybe looking at some hail within the storm. This is 24 and 96 in Murfreesboro. A lot of heavy rain coming down here as that storm moves in. Now this is still tornado warned, moving into Murfreesboro, But again, the last couple of signatures have been not as impressive, but there's a lot of these little kinks in the line that we want to keep our eye on here, and that's one of the reasons why I think they're letting this warning go. In addition to that, the wind in general is going to be intense with this line as it pushes through. So we continue to watch the camera there from 24 and 96 in Rutherford County. And still we continue to watch Columbia, Murray County, where we have another tornado warning that will continue for another 10 minutes at least. Where rotation is still there, is still evident. So folks around Columbia and then portions of Murray County toward I-65 really want to keep an eye on this storm as well, and should stay in your safe spot until we can give you the all clear for this tornado warning here in Murray County. Kelly continuing to gather information for us and from the newsroom. Let's send it over to Kelly.
Well, we just have an alert in from Middle Tennessee State University Police. MTSU is telling everyone on campus a critical alert to shelter in place as we continue to see these systems work their way through. When you hear Katie and Brett tell you to get into a safe space, this is what we mean. You want to go to the lowest level of your home. A basement is best, but any interior room will do. Try to get to the lowest level and stay away from any doors or windows. We know a lot of people are moving to this area. They might not be familiar with what to do. If you're in an apartment, try getting to the clubhouse main area if you can access there. Maybe go into a bathroom in that area. But again, lowest level of your home and an interior room that is not near windows or doors, preferably. I'm going to send it back to Katie.
All right, thanks so much, Kelly. We continue to watch the tornado warning here in Murray County. It's moving through downtown Columbia now. The rotation is still there, so we want to continue to shelter in place until the all clear is given. But there is still some rotation evident on radar here, mainly south, I would say, of downtown Columbia. So right around Lebanon Heights, Fountain Heights, headed towards 65 and around Lacey in Murray County. And our skits are still showing up here. That orange one is a tornado skit. So that is a radar indicating tornado, or radar indicating rotation as it moves through. So when you see those, there's still decent amount of rotation in play, and still a situation where we want to be sheltering in place here in Murray County until the warning is allowed to expire or the all clear is given, which has not occurred just yet. So hopefully, as this line continues to march east here, the tornado signatures will continue to weaken. The wind signatures continue, though, for us here, stretching across the entire line. We're still seeing severe thunderstorm warnings moving into the upper Cumberland region. The other one here stretching through Rutherford and Cannon County, and this one out ahead of the tornado warning as well, stretching for northern portions of Lawrence County and then Marshall County. And then back to the west, something else to note here is the fact that we still have severe thunderstorm warnings that are going on in Wayne County and Lawrence County. So while the top edge of the line is almost through Middle Tennessee, the bottom edge of the line is just now entering Middle Tennessee, which is one of the reasons why the watch, which is in effect for all of Middle Tennessee and southern Kentucky, most of it is until 3 o'clock. The exception is for Lincoln, Moore, and Franklin counties, which goes until 5 o'clock in the morning. And the reason why they extended it out so far is because that southern edge of the line is going to take that long to get to those counties. So it'll be a while before this line is completely through Middle Tennessee. And we're still watching here the entire line, which is severe warned on.
I will say on that tornado warned storm, Katie, that was in Rutherford County, they are now going to let that tornado warning expire, and they're going to switch that over to a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag. And that's that big severe thunderstorm warning probably is popped up right there. This is that severe thunderstorm warning that is going to take over that tornado warning that was in place for, or that was there for Rutherford County. So that's what we're watching right now. That severe thunderstorm warning set to go until 1:15 a.m. They have taken away the tornado warning from that. However, with that severe thunderstorm warning, they attached the wording tornado possible to that severe thunderstorm warning. So we'll need to definitely keep an eye out still for that severe thunderstorm warning, just in case that rotation kind of starts to build back up and get a little bit stronger. We'll still watching this area though that is down here a little bit southwest of that. This is going to be down here in Murray County. This is that storm that's been moving through Murray County, moving through Columbia right now. Still seeing a little bit of rotation on that. I'm going to change products just really quick too. Let's see, I'm going to put my velocity product up. Still seeing maybe some areas with a little bit of rotation going on right here. So you still need to stay in your safe place if you are around at this area. So Lebanon Heights, Creekside, Union Grove, Salford, Leftwich, anywhere in these areas. Pottsville, you need to be in your safe place right now. This tornado warning set to go until 12:30. So officially another 6 minutes on this. We'll see what the National Weather Service decides to do with this tornado warning. I have not received any reports on that, on the current thinking of that. Still maybe a little bit of rotation there, so we'll keep an eye out on that. But I think Kelly has a little bit more information too coming in from you, or for you from the desk.
We're seeing these outages pile up and update here in real time. In Rutherford County now, we've got about 753 customers out, sort of by the northeastern side of the county. In Franklin, 950 folks still in the dark there. That's towards the western side of Williamson County. Kind of along Interstate 840. And then a significant number of people up in Nashville as well. If you look at NES, we've got about 574 customers out, about 300 in North Nashville near the Trinity Hills Park area, about 100 in the Bellevue area, maybe 60 or so in South Nashville. The rest are scattered. So we are starting to really see hundreds of people in our area without power right now. We'll continue to track it. I could tell you BNA, the Nashville International Airport, looks good. No flights delayed or canceled at this point. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that as well. I'll send it to Brett.
Yeah, hey, Kelly, thanks for that report, too. And I will say good news on this storm. It looks like at 12:30, this tornado warning storm that's here in Murray County, that will be allowed to expire. Right now, the threat is just not looking as great as it was at one point 20 minutes ago or so. So at 12:30, if nothing changes, that tornado warning should drop off from our map. Same goes for this tornado warning up here that's in Rutherford County that includes Murfreesboro. They went ahead with that severe thunderstorm warning like I was just talking about a few minutes ago and put a tornado possible tag attached to that severe thunderstorm warning. So that's going to be one of those severe thunderstorms that we keep a close eye on. But really, any of these severe thunderstorms, we've seen them capable of producing wind gusts potentially 60 to 70 miles per hour. That's going to be all those yellow flashing polygons that you're seeing on your screen as that whole line continues to work its way a little bit further down to the south and to the east. Also had some pretty big hail reports with some of these storms too. Golf ball size hail, ping pong ball size hail. Some of these storms have been able to produce some large hail. Seen several reports about some trees down. Most of those reports were coming in from around the Fairview area as that storm pushed through that area. But it's still just this line right here that we're watching. We're going to just make sure that none of this acts up. These tornado watches, I'll pop that map back up real quick too, because right now it doesn't appear that these tornado warnings are. Let's see. Katie, I think you got a little bit more information there.
Yeah, no, there's just there's a new tornado warning coming out for Wayne County. It looks like this is going to be really close to Waynesboro. And I've actually put up the radar out of Memphis here, and we can see a little bit of that. Let me click here. So right around Waynesboro, Mount Hope, this is going to be a tornado warning coming out for Wayne County. Shortly, and I'm assuming it's going to be right around Waynesboro. They also did mention too, Weather Service did say that there has been damage reported in Murray County. So for the newsroom, if you want to check that out and see what we can find here. It looks like they may have a report coming out, but they don't have it just yet. Does look like they will continue to let the the warning in Murray County expire and the one in Rutherford County expire. I'm going to come back over to our radar here in Nashville. And yeah, definitely looking more disorganized in Murray County. So this is good news, but a new warning will be coming out shortly right around Waynesboro for a tornado warning. So already under a severe thunderstorm warning here, but we will go back over to the Memphis radar. And we are likely going to be seeing a red box here pop up near Mount Hope and Waynesboro with a new tornado warning issued in Wayne County. So waiting on that one here, with the other ones being allowed to expire or cancel. They say they're going to cancel it or they're going to expire it.
I think it's just going to expired. However, right when I'm looking at this, it looks like they've just issued that tornado warning, Katie, for Lawrence, Lewis, and Wayne.
Yeah. So here's the latest warning that's just been issued. This one will go until 1:15, and the warning here does include portions of Wayne County, Lawrence County, and into Marshall County. These three will be, or Lewis County, I should say, sorry. Tornado warning is for Lewis County, Wayne County, Lawrence County. Goes until 1:15, tornado, and the potential for even hail. We've had a few more reports of hail with these storms. The storm is near Waynesboro from the Weather Service around 12:35. So it's this area that we were watching here around Mount Hope and Waynesboro. Circle that there. So that's the area of concern. Notice the radar is a little more noisy out here. The reason why is because, for one, I'm looking at the Memphis radar. And so the radar is off to the west. Unfortunately, we're in a spot where the radars that we are able to use and that are available are farther away from this storm. So we're kind of on the edge of all of these storms here, or all of the radars. So right on the edge of the radar in Nashville. I'd say probably Memphis is going to be the best one, if not High Top, and even that one's outside of its range as well. So Memphis is probably going to be the best one at the moment, just to see inside the storm as it pushes through here. Maybe not even. So this right now should be most likely the best warning that we have, or is the only warning that we have now, tornado warning.
That's right.
Yeah. So the other two are allowed to expire. So the good news is, for Murray County and Rutherford County, those storms are no longer a concern for tornado potential, but will still have quite a bit of wind and maybe even some hail within some of these storms too. In addition to that, heavy rain and a lot of lightning within these storms. But the newest warning for Wayne County here goes until 1:15. So time now is 12:30. We continue to watch this line as it moves through here. Nashville, I would say we're in the clear for tornadoes. Let's see if I don't think they haven't caught us out yet from the watch. But once this main line pushes through your area, we're done for tornadoes for the night. Sumner County, I'd say you're in the clear for tornadoes now. We're still seeing some showers up here though, and perhaps even some lightning. Yep, a little bit of lightning there. But we're not going to be too concerned with severe weather, since that main line has passed through and it's taken a lot of the energy away for additional severe weather. Excuse me. So I would say Sumner County, Davidson County, storms still moving through Williamson County, but Dickson County, even Hickman County now starting to leave. Most of those storms are leaving the county that we're concerned with for severe weather. And then, of course, all points west as well. No longer concerned with tornadoes, but you can see that we still have several strikes of lightning even here in the Nashville area, even though that main line has passed us and is well south of us. So severe thunderstorm warnings here for Rutherford County and Cannon County. That is the same cell that did have the tornado warning attached to it, but they have allowed it to reset as a severe thunderstorm warning because they're not as concerned with the rotation. And then the storm that produced the tornado warning here in Murray County has been replaced by a severe thunderstorm warning that includes all of Marshall County now. And we could easily see some gusts up to about 60 miles per hour with this storm. And then the one storm that we continue to watch here in Wayne County, this one continues to show pretty decent areas of rotation near Waynesboro, Mount Hope, and places to the east of that. I'm going to track this one here, and we'll push it out about 50 miles per hour. So Rutherford in 8 minutes from now, Napier in 17 minutes from now, Etheridge in 22 minutes, and Lawrenceburg in about 22 minutes, expecting this storm that has the capability of producing a tornado to be near you. And time now to take your safety precautions and head to your shelter in place here for this storm. Have not seen too much more from the Weather Service just yet.
I'm not really seeing much, Katie. And like you were saying earlier, these whenever these tornado warnings are issued for somewhere like this, where we just don't have a radar beam that's that close to the storms, it's a little bit more difficult to tell you exactly where the better area of rotation is. But as it looks right now, it looks like it's going to be just a little bit to the northeast of Waynesboro. We're seeing some of that better rotation right there along Highway 64. I will say, too, that I saw in the National Weather Service chat, there was a spotter out in Waynesboro that said the storm passed just north of his location in Olive Hill, and it did have broad rotation, and he was able to see it just because there was so much lightning with that storm. And that's kind of been the same thing that we've been seeing with a lot of these storms. We'll pop lightning on, well, a lot of lightning strikes over the past 15 minutes, for sure.
They have been electric, and very noisy storms. I'm sure a lot of folks have been woken up by them. This is the one storm that we continue to watch for tornado potential in Wayne County, Lawrence County, and southern portions of Lewis County. So really just clipping the southern portions of Lewis County there, but near Waynesboro, passing through Waynesboro, more towards Moccasin now. 64, here's Highway 13 in Wayne County, and headed east, if not northeast. So there's the latest track that's just come up, and that's a severe track, so that's indicating high wind. Put us hit near Moccasin in about 4 minutes from now, Rutherford in 16 minutes, and Napier in about 26 minutes from now. So intense wind. Again, we're right along the edge of our radar limit, but it'll be moving more into range within the Nashville radar range here in the next maybe 15-20 minutes from now. Rotation detection still showing this is more of a Boeing effect that we're starting to see here, and perhaps maybe a little bit of weak rotation right around on the other side of Kittrell and along 70S near Culpeper and Woodbury in Cannon County, getting ready to push into Woodbury. So I'm looking right about there, around 70S, and again, Woodbury, Culpeper. Little bit of rotation there that we want to watch. But a lot of this, again, is going to be wind that we're looking at. Oh, yeah, now it's definitely showing a little bit of inflow there. Near Reedyville, Porterfield, Brysonville, Pleasant Ridge, and Woodbury. It'll be interesting to see if they talk about that area at all. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Again, this is in Rutherford County, extreme portions, eastern portions of Rutherford County, getting ready to push into Cannon County, right along 70S, Woodbury, Brysonville, and Reedyville, near Reedyville, which has also had a tornado recently. Back over to this one here in Wayne County. This is our only active warning at the moment, but Brett, keep an eye on chat and see if they decide to.
I'll be watching through that.
Yeah.
I will say, while you're doing that, Sumner, Davidson, Macon, Hickman, and Perry counties have all been taken away from that tornado watch.
Good. So here's the latest. So Davidson County out, Sumner County out, Macon County out. That's good to see. So again, once this main line passes you, you're done for the night, and we will see those counties taken out of the watch. But just now north and east of Waynesboro, Moccasin, near Turkey Track and Ruppertown. This is going to be where we're watching the potential for a tornado. That's where the tornado warning is in effect, and that'll be until 1:15, I believe. So we'll put a track on this here at about 45 miles per hour. And again, Etheridge in the path about 20 minutes from now, Ruppertown in 6 minutes, Napier in 15 minutes in Wayne County. Still shows some good rotation with this storm here. And we'll continue to watch this one. I want to go back over to this storm here in Woodbury coming into Cannon County. Brysonville, it still looks, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to issue something, maybe. There's definitely something there. For folks around Kittrell, Culpeper, Reedyville, Brysonville, Pleasant Ridge, and Woodbury, please make sure that you go ahead and just take shelter because I'm a little concerned about that little bit coming out right here. So we'll track that and put some times on it here. Centertown, 18 minutes from now. Woodbury in about 5 minutes. Auburntown in 5 minutes from now. Dowelton in 17 minutes from now. Smithville in 25 minutes. Again, the whole line will be bringing you severe wind, but we are looking at possibly some rotation here, trying to develop right around Culpeper and Woodbury. So we'll go back to, and notice too how, Brett, we've got that S shape going on right over Reedyville.
Yeah.
So sometimes with our rotation detection, we've noticed if it creates this S shape that you see here, that can indicate tornado potential. So for folks in Reedyville, Culpeper, Brysonville, Pleasant Ridge, Woodbury, please make sure you're taking shelter. Again, the wind in general is going to be something that you want to be taking shelter from anyways. Winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. But continue to see a little bit of rotation there within that line, getting ready to push more into Cannon County. The other area that we continue to follow here is in Wayne County and into northern portions of Lawrence County and Lewis County. And still seeing some rotation here within this storm.
Yeah, they said they're going to keep that going.
Okay.
Let's see. I just popped that update up. They're going to keep that tornado warning on that storm right there in northeastern Wayne County. Severe thunderstorm that's capable of producing a tornado. That was located near Waynesboro. It's moving east at 40 miles per hour. Also might be looking at some quarter-sized hail with that same severe, or that storm that is capable of producing a tornado too. Okay.
So the tornado warning here will continue in Wayne County, Lawrence County, and Lewis County. That'll go until 1:15. And that is right now our only active tornado warning at the moment, but also continuing to watch near Reedyville and Culpeper and headed towards Woodbury. Still, I would say wind in excess of 60 miles per hour within this storm here, along with torrential rain and again, a lot of lightning. You can see there electric storms that have been pushing through all over Middle Tennessee for tonight. We've had reports of damage. We'll continue to compile all of that, and we'll put our two online first, and then of course for Fox 17 this morning, they will be on top of all of the damage that we have from these storms overnight tonight. But we've had a few reports, roof off of a home, other reports of straight line wind damage, and a couple other areas that we'll continue to see. I think there was a report in Murray County, but have not seen exactly where just yet.
Katie, there you go on that Reedyville storm.
Oh, okay. So they are going to draw up a new tornado warning here. That'll be coming out for Cannon County, Brysonville. So heads up, folks. We were kind of giving you an early heads up there before the warning came out. This is going to include Woodbury. And last couple of scans have been showing more of that S curve here from our rotation detection. And again, over the past couple of years with our radar, we've noticed when it has this little S curve, especially in these lines, the lines that produce the more brief tornadoes, this type of signature here is often indicative of a tornado. And so tornado warnings just come out for Cannon County, Brysonville. This is going to impact Woodbury, Culpeper, Reedyville. Looking at the potential for a tornado that is moving through Cannon County now. So this is has passed over Rutherford County, or is right along the line, and it's just north of 70S here in Woodbury, or in Cannon County, headed towards Woodbury. So this part of this, the storm here will be capable of producing a tornado as it works its way through Cannon County. Brysonville included in that tornado warning, and that is, notice again that it's a little wider here to give a little error on either side for a storm wobble. I will say though, for much of the evening, a lot of these storms have been moving east, and that's the current track that we have here from the radar. This tightening up a little bit more near Woodbury. So for folks in Cannon County, please make sure that you are taking your safety precautions now and that you are sheltering in place for Woodbury, Crossroads, Brysonville.
That's some pretty good looking rotation now on that.
Yep. This is passed over Culpeper. This is along John Bragg Highway, State Route 1, moving into Woodbury, and just passed over Reedyville. So let's see here if we put on our debris tracker, seeing any signs of possible debris. I don't see anything yet. So, boy, it's not looking too good there. There's definitely some inflow with this one here, just north of downtown Woodbury. Here's Woodbury. So this notch that you see that's sticking out, or sometimes we call them Popeye arms, how it is sticking out, that is showing some inflow within the storm. So it's helping to feed the storm to help it strengthen or maintain strength where we are seeing possible rotation. So we will watch this one here, keep an eye on that one. Again, want to quickly go back over to the other one in Wayne County. And this one's still, now I would say beginning to push more into northern Lawrence County and southern Lewis County. And it's still showing rotation, harder to see just because given where it is. But they haven't said anything more about that one, have they, Brett?
I have not seen any more updates on that. I do see, though, they're kind of talking about in that general area of where you're looking at that Reedyville storm right there. Just they were saying some indication of backing surface winds in that area could increase the tornado risk over the next hour and a half or two. So that's going to be an area, just that general area where Katie's got it up right now, that we're going to be watching for some possible tornadoes to develop here over the next couple hours.
So for folks that still are within the path of tornado and wind potential for tonight, looks like the northern part of the line here is losing organization. But along and south of 40, I would say at the moment has the biggest threat for severe wind and the potential for tornadoes. So let's go back here to the one in Cannon County where the tornado warning continues for this storm. And this warning, by the way, will go until 1:30. So we've got the one warning in Wayne, Lewis, and Lawrence County. And then we have the one here in Cannon County. Also includes portions of Warren County and DeKalb County. So to add to our lower third there, we need to add DeKalb and we need to add Warren County. And so that's all for the one line that's pushing through it included in Cannon County. So 6 counties now in the warning for two tornado warnings. One is pushing through Woodbury right now. And still showing some pretty decent rotation here through downtown Woodbury. Duggan Lane, Auburntown Road, Roach Hollow Road, and really downtown Woodbury, Cook Road, and headed towards Pleasant Ridge. Still have the best areas of rotation right now. This is going to be just south of Brysonville in Cannon County, but I would say still looking fairly decent. So please make sure that you are still in the lowest level of your home, away from windows. And just over the past, even just 15 minutes, you can see that it's really started to tighten up a little bit. So started pretty much right over Kittrell and in the past several minutes has tightened up over Reedyville and now over Woodbury, just over north of downtown Woodbury. So this is Cannon County again, and also includes portions of Warren County and DeKalb County. So that's one of our tornado warnings that we'll continue to monitor. Let's take a look at our debris tracker real fast, just to see if we can't see anything on debris. I don't see anything just yet, really. Nothing that really lines up perfectly, I don't think. So we might be, what do you think, Brett? Just north there, you see that? North of Woodbury, and then Culpeper, if we go back to our velocity, oh, it looks like a new scan just came in. I don't know.
That's one of those ones where it's a tough call. You can see the slightly different color.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But still, the warning continues. So the threat is there for potential tornado here. This looks like it's starting to take more of a northern trek. A lot of these have been pushing east. So the warning is kind of mapped out for an easterly track. But this one's starting to push a little more north and east. So Sugar Tree Knob and toward Watkins. In the potential path of this tornado warned storm. That'll be pushing more towards DeKalb County. Still watching the one in Wayne County as well. And let's see, let's go back here. Not looking as great, which is good, at least from what we can tell.
Yeah, those are just kind of tricky, you know, on these radar sites when it gets a little bit further away like that. But I totally agree. It's not looking as good as it was when they initially issued that tornado warning. So that is good news.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, the radar, it's hard with the radars as far away as they are. But the one moving through Woodbury right now has some decent, at least a decent signature on it. If not very intense winds, if not a tornado, but straight line winds moving through downtown Woodbury at this time. But still seeing rotation here. Within the line. So here's a look at, again, Woodbury, Pleasant Ridge, Sugar Tree Knob, all in Cannon County, have the potential for a tornado with this storm. And again, it's been one of those nights where you've got a line of thunderstorms and a tornado warning pops up. That tornado warning or threat weakens, and then another part of the line has a tornado warning that is issued for again, for a spin-up tornado. These types of tornadoes are hard to warn on because we don't, you can't find them as easily within a line. They're hidden a lot of times. And a lot of time too, they are only down for a couple of minutes and then they are gone. And they can do damage quickly and then they dissipate. And that makes it more difficult to warn on these as well. So we have to stay vigilant tonight and just understand that even if you have a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for your area, but not a tornado warning, that a tornado warning could become possible, or a tornado could be possible from those thunderstorms that are passing through, because we're just in one of those, we're in one of those nights tonight. Latest game coming in here, still showing signs of rotation, now past Woodbury, but may almost be more of a microburst signature. And that would be where we have kind of a broader area. They're not it's not tight like a couplet like we would see with a tornado, but where we have these winds on either side here that are green on one side, red on the other, could indicate winds that are just spreading out at the surface. But we still have the green that's going towards the radar, and we still have the red that's going away. So that does indicate that there is rotation within the storm. So we're still watching this one here, and the tornado warning, let's see, 12:52. So this one's going to go until 1:30, I believe. And the other one goes until 1:15. Well, we haven't seen anything yet about those warnings being able to cancel or weaken. So still watching here. I'd say this one is kind of broad.
You on that Wayne, the one up there near
Back in Cannon County.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not as tight as it was. So we'll keep an eye on that one here. But even if we look back a couple of scans, it definitely looks like it's not as tight as it was coming in out of Woodbury. So for those in Cannon County still, we don't want to let up. We want to make sure that you're still using your shelters, you're sheltering in place from this until we get the all clear. But again, a lot of times these are going to be heads up, take shelter, and then maybe just a little while later, everything is all clear. But nothing more coming in from the Weather Service here. They continued these severe thunderstorm warnings for DeKalb, Cannon, Rutherford, and Wilson County. And they continue the warning, severe thunderstorm warning in Lawrence and Wayne County. And those are really the only two cells, almost, Brad, that we are only watching now.
Yeah, and it looks like any rotation that there was with that Wayne County storm that originated over there, it has now moved across the Wayne County line into Lawrence County. Still not able to see any great rotation on that, maybe a little bit of broad rotation, but it looks like if you're in northeast Wayne County, that threat is pretty much cleared out of your area now, and now it's going to take it in the more northern portions of Lawrence County for that storm.
Yeah. So we'll just still keep an eye on it. The wind gusts, though, will be something that we, again, will be watching closely. But hopefully this trend that we're seeing here, even though we still have 2 active tornado warnings, is something that we continue to see over the next couple of hours here. The line at one point was all severe. So if we take a look back at the last 3 hours and we walk this back, we have easily, it was definitely more severe earlier in the evening. And then gradually we're starting to see that northern part of the line up in the Upper Cumberland region weaken, and now we are left with two tornado warnings and a couple severe thunderstorm warnings on radar. Still, though, the radar picking up on a tornado signature here, or what we call a skit. So I'll put the tracker in motion here. Blue Springs in 17 minutes, as well as Watkins, Young Bend in 30 minutes from now. So we're still seeing some signs of rotation within the storm here, and want to keep an eye on this one as it moves more towards, it's moving through Sugar Tree Knob, headed towards Half Acre and Crossroads, Blue Springs, and Watkins outside of the tornado warning, but in DeKalb County. So DeKalb County, part of that tornado warning here, and northern portions of Warren County also included in that tornado warning. But have not heard very much more from the Weather Service just yet. Looks like they're going to continue it. Yeah, continue the warning until 1:30.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on the on that Wayne and Lawrence tornado warning. That's going to go until 1:15 as it stands right now. But when I'm looking at this, not seeing the greatest rotation on that storm anymore down there. So just very broad. That's good in northern Lawrence County.
Mm-hmm. And again, the severe thunderstorm warning here continues for Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. So even though the main part of the line continues to push more almost out of Rutherford County, this is still pretty intense. So wind will be possible in excess of 60 miles per hour, but also seeing a lot of lightning with these storms here. And that will be something that we'll have to be concerned with as far as power outages go. Within the entire line. But we'll say that the storm in Lawrence County, while maybe not showing better rotation, it's still intense as far as rain and maybe even some hail, some small hail with it. But have not seen any reports yet of that.
Good bit of lightning on that storm too. It looks like 110 strikes or so.
Yeah, yeah. So it is near Henryville. The tornado warning continues near Napier and Henryville, but it definitely looks a little more disorganized. Not enough to give you the all clear just yet, but this will be kind of on the northern edge of the tornado warning and pushing toward Crestview and then Sandy Hook just outside of the tornado warning. within the next 15 minutes or so. So this tornado warning here in Wayne County, the threat in Wayne County has already passed, but the box is still up, so they'll trim that probably within the next couple of minutes. Northern Lawrence County and southern portions of Lewis County still in that tornado warning. And then we also continue to follow the one here in Cannon County. So the one is in Cannon County now approaching the eastern edge of the county, and we'll be pushing more into Warren County and extreme southern portions of DeKalb. Now the actual area of rotation or in question here is going to be near Crossroads and the eastern portions of Cannon County, and then kind of at the border of all three counties, DeKalb. So there it is again. Looks like it might be trying to tighten up a little bit more near Crossroads, and it'll be moving more to DeKalb County. So if they were to continue this warning or extend it, I think they would probably push it more north rather than east, which has been the track for a lot of these storms tonight. A lot of them have been pushing more east, but this one has taken more of a northeast path, and so they might, if they continue to continue with the warning, they may decide to.
They just put a severe thunderstorm warning that's going to cover a lot of that area. I'm sure that's 60-mile-an-hour winds, quarter-sized hail with that particular storm right there. So hopefully that's just where it can leave off at. And once this tornado threat's over, that storm can be done with as far as that goes. But
yeah. And that's a lot of these too. The tornado warning is going to be the more localized threat. It's going to be a smaller area that we're concerned with. The severe thunderstorm warnings are going to cover a lot larger area for all of the line. And that's where we're dealing with the winds in excess of 60 miles an hour, the quarter-size hail, and torrential rain and lightning, which you can see here. So still quite a bit of lightning with this storm as it works its way out of Cannon County and more into Warren County and DeKalb County. But the severe thunderstorm warning that you just saw there from, okay. Oh yeah, still quite a bit of lightning there. This is Joe Jackson Parkway at I-24 in Murfreesboro, and there is a lot of lightning coming through. Torrential rain still as well. This line in Murfreesboro here is almost kind of the back edge of that initial line. So here's Murfreesboro, and we're still seeing quite a bit of lightning and rain moving through downtown Murfreesboro and throughout Rutherford County. A lot of the central part of the county and southern part of the county seeing the most intense rain and the lightning, which again you can see on our cameras here. So I-24 at Joe Jackson Parkway in Murfreesboro, very active here. They have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect. That warning is going to go until 1:15. Time is now 1 o'clock, just after 1 o'clock. So we will continue to see the potential for damaging wind gusts in excess of 60 miles per hour. Earlier this evening, although the later we get, I think more into the overnight, I think it'll gradually weaken, but the threat is definitely still there, so don't get me wrong. But earlier this evening with our severe thunderstorm warnings, we were seeing tags with 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and did have some reports of damage. One of which was quite a bit of damage to a home in Robertson County. So we will investigate that more and see what that is. I do believe that was actual wind damage and not tornado damage. But we'll know more, of course, once the sun comes up and we can get a better handle on what's going on or what has happened. But we do still watch the tornado warning here for DeKalb and moving more into Cannon County and into Warren County. And even if we don't have a tornado in progress, there is a lot of rain and a lot of wind with this storm as it works its way through DeKalb County and more into Warren County. So starting to push more out of Cannon County at the moment, although the box is still very much in Cannon County here. So I would stay in your shelter at the moment until the all clear is given. In addition to that, non-severe thunderstorms here, but still lots of lightning with storms up in the upper Cumberland region. Also getting ready to push into Cookeville. So again, non-severe, not concerned with severe weather at the moment. But our severe concerns continue to be south of 40 and more into Murfreesboro, and portions of Cannon County, Warren, and DeKalb County, and then of course in Lawrence County as well. Brett, continuing to update us with new information that is coming in. What do you got, Brett?
Hey, Katie, we're just going to kind of reset just a little bit, just show you what the broad picture is with this line of showers and thunderstorms is moving through. Still have some severe thunderstorms with this. It looks like there may have just been another, looks like another severe thunderstorm warning is about to be popping up here on our screen any minute now, but that would just be a severe thunderstorm warning. I'll get you that here in just a second. But right now, we still have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. Wind gusts 60 miles per hour, some quarter-size hail possible with some of these severe thunderstorms. We also still have those 2 tornado warnings that we've been talking about too. And right now, we're still looking at this tornado warning here in Warren County. This is actually going to be for the eastern portions of Cannon County on into parts of Warren County. That tornado warning is going to go until 1:30 this morning. Cameron, if you're back there, I am on weather 2. If you want to take my maps full, it might be a little bit more difficult to see just on these monitors behind me, but weather 2 maps full right here. We're going to zoom in on some of this area right here, and I'm also going to take off the lightning just so it's a little bit easier to see. But our radar computer is still wanting to put up a better area of rotation right here, again for the eastern part of Cannon County on into parts of Warren County as well. We'll put on this basically this rotation tracker too. Still seeing some areas where it could be a little bit of rotation going on with this line of storms. That is right there near the Cannon County and Warren County line on up into parts of DeKalb County as well, and that's where that tornado warning continues. So we're going to continue to watch that spot, but if you are in Bethel or Blue Springs, Green Hill, Bluff Springs, Keltonburg, anywhere in those areas, you just need to go ahead and stay in your safe place for a little bit longer. This tornado warning is set to go until 1:30 this morning, so we have another 25 minutes or so left on that tornado warning right there. That's that one tornado warning that we have still in place. We also have this tornado warning that's still in effect up here. This is going to be for northern portions of Lawrence County now. If you're in Wayne County, you have been clipped out of that tornado warning, so if you were in your safe place in northeastern portions of Wayne County, it's all good for you to get out of your safe place right now. Still have a severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Wayne County. I'll pop back the reflectivity mode on here. But I still have a severe thunderstorm warning for the more southern and eastern portions of Wayne County. That's going to go until 1:45 this morning, the severe thunderstorm warning. Could still see some very strong winds, some hail possible with that, some heavy rain with that storm as it continues to drop a little bit further to the south and to the east. That tornado warning is now for the northern portions of Lawrence County and as far as southern portions of Lewis County. There's another 10 minutes left on that tornado warning if that does not get extended. They're going to draw up, and it looks like they're drawing up a severe thunderstorm warning.
I think it's for, was that the Shelbyville one?
That is. They were talking about a little bit of a, what was that? A little bit of a notch going on, but velocity not looking the greatest right now. So hopefully that'll just stay that way. But it's still that tornado warning right there, and then this one over here that we've been talking about for quite a while now. This one was right here in parts of Cannon County. It's now about to push out of Cannon County. But some heavy rain with that. Some severe thunderstorm warning is going to cover that more general area like Katie was talking earlier. These tornado warnings obviously going to be more localized, but still widespread strong winds going to be possible with these storms, including that one that's moving out of Cannon County. That's going to be moving on over into DeKalb County and White County and into Warren County. Winds gusting up to about 60 miles per hour possible there. Maybe some quarter-sized hail with that too. So these storms have just moved out of Rutherford, or have just moved out of the Murfreesboro area. Still parts of Rutherford County included in that severe thunderstorm warning, but it's mainly going to be more for the eastern and southern portions of Rutherford County. This camera right here is in Murfreesboro, I believe. And I am a little bit of a ways away from this camera. I can't even exactly see what's going on, but I can definitely see the roads have been wet and a little bit of lightning with that camera too. This is highway, what was that?
231.
Highway 231.
Yeah, I-24.
Down there in Rutherford County, Interstate 24. So there's a nice lightning strike right there. These storms have had a lot of lightning with them really all night long. They have been producing a lot of lightning as that whole line has dropped south and to the east through the past several hours. We had our first tornado warning of the day issued probably around 9 o'clock or so, and it has pretty much just been nonstop as that whole line has kept on dropping to the south and to the east. Still just those two areas of rotation. I want to take one more look back down here at that storm that's in northern Lawrence County right now and just see if we have any good rotation going on. Our rotation detector is not popping up a whole lot of good rotation, so that's a good sign on that storm in northern Lawrence County right now. Hopefully at 1:15, that tornado will be able to come to an end and drop off of our map.
It looks like they got rid of the Cannon
I saw that
County.
right when you saw it, so
Yep.
that's good. I hope nothing new is coming. Let's see if the National Weather Service chat is saying anything.
They're actually looking at a spot near Lawrenceburg,
Oh, so they're going
south of the tornado warning.
Oh, okay. Wow. So they're going way down here then. All right. Well,
That spot in between Etheridge and
I see
Lawrenceburg.
it right there. Yep. So here's what we're looking at. This is right on 43. So right in between Etheridge and Mars Hill is where the National Weather Service is looking. No tornado warning up just yet. We'll wait and see what they decide to do with that. That tornado warning that was in effect, though, for parts of Cannon County on over into Warren County and DeKalb County, that was canceled. So that's great news for right now, at least for that area. If you were in your safe place in Cannon County, DeKalb County, Warren County, that tornado warning has now been canceled. So for right now, you are all good to come out of your safe place in that area right now. Katie?
Thank you, Brett. So again, to recap here, we have one tornado warning that is in effect, and that one is for Lawrence County. It does include southern Lewis County, but the warning is, or the threat is more in Lawrence County. So we can update the bottom of our screen to just be for Lawrence County and Lewis County. And we'll continue to watch this storm here. And we're also looking at another area just north of downtown Lawrenceburg, right along 43. That is where we are seeing another potential area of rotation. Now, this tornado warning goes until 1:15, which is only another 5 minutes from now, but interested to see what they're going to do about this little bit of a rotation here near Flatwood and Mars Hill in between Etheridge and downtown Lawrenceburg. So time now is 1:10. We'll reset here. We'll zoom back out. Here's a look at our line this evening. We have the one tornado warning for Lewis County, but really the threat's in Lawrence County. And then all these other yellow boxes that you see here continue to be severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect. So we have the one warning that continues for another 5 minutes, and we'll see what they decide to do with that, if they let it expire. And we will go from there. The tornado watch continues for those in yellow. The good news is Nashville is now in the clear. Gallatin in the clear, as well as Clarksville, Dickson, Camden. We can all sleep peacefully at night now. And slowly but surely, these boxes here, they'll be whittled out of the watch. Once this main line passes, that's it. That's the threat for tonight. So even Murfreesboro's threat is coming to an end. Not completely in the clear yet, but coming to an end. Severe thunderstorm warnings continue, but have not... really don't see too much more in the way of tornado problems in and around the Murfreesboro area, but the southern edge of Rutherford County still in that more intense part of the line. So we still are watching this one here. There is still a little bit of a notch coming in out of Mars Hill, in between Flatwoods and Lawrenceburg, and kind of ragged at the moment. So hopefully it stays that way, but I'm sure it is something they're going to keep an eye on. But the one area of concern that we continue to watch is right here near Crestview along Highway 43. And another couple of minutes from now, if they decide not to reissue it, then we would be tornado warning free, which would be very good news. But we'll stick with this for another couple of minutes at least until they decide to either cancel or reissue that warning here. Hail continues to be something that we have seen a lot of reports of, as well as wind. And again, wind tonight was our main concern. We've had reports of wind damage in and around, I know, Robertson County, a couple other areas. We had reports of some damage out in Fairview in Williamson County. We also had a report of damage in Murray County. Whether or not that was wind and or tornado, I think possibly we could have had tornado damage in the Fairview area. So I'm sure by tomorrow, National Weather Service will be out surveying the damage. But we did see, Brett, correct me if I'm wrong, debris on radar from that Williamson County tornado.
It does appear that way.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to take another camera here from our Murfreesboro area. This is 24 and Elam Road. Not looking too bad. Still lightning, of course. But as far as the more intense rain and the wind, that threat has come down quite a bit. Let's see. Getting another report, too, out of Murray County, actually. Damage to structures, electrical poles, and multiple trees down in Murray County. So that'll be something that the newsroom will want to check out of Murray County. It does look like, too, that they are going to let that tornado warning expire in Lawrence County, northern Lawrence County. So that is good news here. So we'll stick with this for another few minutes. And we will watch this area still in central Lawrence County, getting ready to push more into Giles County here. There's going to be a lot of these little kinks and or little areas of rotation that we want to keep a real close eye on as the line continues to push south. But the northern edge of the line is already working its way through the upper Cumberland region. So again, interesting just by the way the line is positioned. We have the line almost out of northern Middle Tennessee, but has just entered southern Middle Tennessee. So quite the night here for storms as they continue to march through. Several severe thunderstorm warnings, though, continue on out toward White County, Van Buren County, Warren County, through Coffee County, and through Bedford County as well. And again, the main concern here will be wind and lightning with these storms. And with that, the potential for a tornado does exist. A couple of these areas are still showing a little bit of rotation, but not enough to be too concerned about at the moment. This one near just east of Shelbyville, near Caldwell and Wartrace, it looks like there's a little bit of rotation. And then to the south, we continue to watch the one in Lawrence County. A couple areas of rotation there, the one right along the Lawrence and Giles County line, and then the tornado warning that was just allowed to expire there in Lewis and in Lawrence counties. So we'll reset one more time. At the moment, thank goodness, we are tornado warning free, but we do have severe thunderstorm warnings that continue, and the potential for tornadoes will still exist. The tornado watch will continue until 3 o'clock for all of our counties. The exception, Wayne, Lawrence, or I should say Franklin, Franklin, Moore, and Lincoln counties will be until 5, and that is just because that line has a lot of time to get through the counties there. So with that, we are going to take a break since we are tornado warning free. We are here. In fact, meteorologist Greg Bobus is now here, and he will help us out and keep an eye on things. So you say that again, sorry? Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and do that. Yes, we are watching here. Severe thunderstorm warnings continue. Tornado warning free at the moment, but we will keep an eye on things and break in when needed.